picking up from where we last left off. Last session, the party encountered a Karen White stone giant sculptor that had isolated itself within these Whirlstone tunnels in order to focus upon its craft. It informed you of Daru thieves that had recently stolen a few of its creations for their nefarious cause to sow chaos, and you had accepted the quest to return back that much which was stolen from the Karen White. You fought your way into the Daru cult's hideout, where you found them chanting a ritual in Demogorgon's name, using the stolen statues as effigies. They channeled chaotic forces that warped the stone giant statues' forms. You have put a stop to it, slaying all but the Daru leading this fringe group of occultists. You took Narok prisoner, binding him in rope, and restituted the Karen White's masterworks. To thank you for your deed, the Karen White gifted you with its ring, a circlet of onyx ruined in gold, big enough to serve as a crown. The party had taken a long rest within the Karen White sanctuary, and with your respite coming to an end, you rise onto your feet and gather your things, making ready for what's next to come. A pound of food and a gallon of water is consumed for each character in the party, including your companions. So whoever's tracking that, go ahead. All in all, you guys have 5 companions and 4 of you, making 9 mouths, 9 pounds of food, 9 gallons of water. As resources dwindle, you look around the cave. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Do we want to still get answers from these Daryl before we go to sleep?
I'll say to talk with them later. But if you wanna
Like in the morning?
go
Or...
another time. Like, yeah, in the morning we can do it.
We want to take them out of the cave and put them in a prison cell and then interrogate them tomorrow. I'm good with that. I really could use a good night rest outside of these caves.
For those of you who didn't listen to what I said, you guys completed a long rest within the Karen White's caves.
Yeah. And I meant what I said, that Brooke would like a rest outside of these caves.
No. We saw Droki still hanging around this area. He went up the ramp. Maybe we should see what's up there.
So what are you guys doing with the 2 conscious prisoners that you have in tow with you?
Dragging them with us, I'd say.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least now we can make them walk instead of having to actually drag them unconscious.
Mm.
Okay. And then we said Droki went, from last session he went under. This time he went over, right? When we saw him flash by?
Saw him flash by.
Yes.
I guess we're pursuing Droki, yes? Up the hill this time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go up the hill. Up the hill. Okay, more forks. Isabel, can you still see anything through the obelisk? Or through the crystal?
If I check for an investigation check, or are there any tracks though?
Strokey left any of those phasers tracks in his wake. They are blended in with the phasers throughout, making it impossible to track him at this point.
Nothing discernible.
What do you guys think? Left or right? Ooh, looks like Eric already went left.
Let's go left.
Look at the left.
Since Eric is taking the lead, Eric can go ahead and roll me a perception check that will determine what he can see in this gloom. Cool. You make your way, weeding your way through a fungi thicket. There's a narrow tunnel that leads to the left, through a crack in cavern. The rest of the cavern leads onwards.
This crack here, is it wide enough for us to walk through it at our normal size?
No.
Okay, let's keep walking north.
So we're not gonna explore the tiny space?
We could.
We don't have.
There's definitely
It'll
mushrooms.
take
around
us
here
to
if we
another
want to.
side of the tunnels. There is no much difference where we go now. As we are passing through the mushroom swamps, are there like any that are harvestable? I guess?
They're all harvestable.
Okay, so it will take a few minutes to harvest some of them.
Are you looking for any mushrooms in specific from the ones that you've got to know throughout these last 16 sessions?
Tongue of Madness.
Tongue of Madness, you find in the slush thicket 2. They bloom forth like 4 tongues, making the shape of a flower, with a 5th tongue sprouting from where it buds.
That's it.
Well, your passive perception, guys.
15.
Passive perception 10.
10.
10 and 10?
Yes.
Okay, so Brooke, with your keen sense of sight, you see something that is less organic in the batch of fungus to the northeast of yonder. Set against the far cave wall is a zirkwood door that has been polished smooth to almost melt with the rock, but you manage to spot the outline of it.
Cool. She would point it out to Eric and Isabel, and then also investigate it to see if she can tell if it's A, trapped, and B, locked.
Well, looking for trap will be an investigation, but you can tell that it is at least barred from the other side.
Okay. Let's do investigation. I'm still at disadvantage because I haven't rested outside these caves yet. Oh, my sheet. Okay, give me a second. Oh, okay, which is slow. So it's 8.
With an 8 investigation, you're pretty confident it is not trapped. And I'll give you the obvious, that it is barred from the other side, yes. Made from a smooth circuit surface.
I want to see. If it's barred from the other side, any way of opening this, or do we even want to open it?
But if it's barred, most likely is something of the Grey Ghost or the Savants. So we should
I'll
try
ask
to
one of our dragged prisoners. What's on the other side of this wall, of this door?
So this is the time where I want you guys to answer me what I asked in Discord about a week ago. How do you guys make them talk? I gave you a whole bunch of I gave you like 17 different options, and I just didn't get a reply back. So maybe now is a good time to decide that.
Brutal honesty. Like you should talk with us because we are the best option for you to get mercy. We don't care about hurting you, nor we have the time, but Black Skull has both of them. So it's your choice how your ends is gonna be.
Roll me
Faithful.
a persuasion check. While you take a look at the Sudaru, the smaller of the two, not wearing the crown, not bejeweled, the first one you caught is looking about, eyes blank with madness, still susurrating and whispering to himself about how he can see the spirits of my dead comrades as they left their bodies. I saw them all. He's gone mentally. Narok seems to be still clinging to some semblance of self, and looks at you suspiciously, sort of chewing cud in his mouth, or whatever black tar-like substance, fungus of some sort that he manages to crouch around somewhere and just put it in his mouth. And as he adjusts his crown onto his head, he squeezes you suspiciously. Most surfaces lie, most surfaces scheme. How do I know you wouldn't do what I would do and stab me in the back as soon as I tell you that which you want? I have a promise that I am free to go when this is all done.
Okay. There is no guarantees that you're gonna walk out of here. But what is guaranteed is that if we take you to Black Skull, you're gonna suffer endlessly until your last second.
It sounds to me like I'm screwed either way, he says, gnashing his teeth. He's still trying to shake off some of the daze from the impacts inflicted upon him by Brooke from last combat. Yeah. So now and then he will spittle and drool over his lip, trying to wipe it off as he talks. One of the eyes still sort of half shut, with a huge black eye forming around it.
Let me put it this way. Your life is in our hands right now. We could just kill you now, but if we like you, we'll let you go and set you free. Real good way of you getting us to like you is to help us until we leave these caves.
A show of trust. You want answers? Untie these bonds. Or risk whatever is behind that door. Certain doom, if I had to wager a guess. Or maybe I do know.
Eric looks to Isabel and says, I'm thinking we just kill him now.
If he's not going to tell us, that's fine, but we should bring him back with us too. If he won't talk for us, he'll talk to Black Skull.
That's right. I'm more useful to you alive.
Not really. We don't really need him to bring him back to Black Skull. Black Skull trusts us enough to do this job without supervision. Eric says, and he takes out the badge that they got again. Says we don't need to bring this guy back. Plus, we have the letter that was written that he signed.
I knew it. I knew those pesky Dwegar. All they are keen to do is to annihilate us. Just commit one genocide after another. I knew it all along. And you were surprised we scheme in the dark against them. This is a fight for survival.
Oh,
I'm
why
surprised it would
implicate
work
the
with-
giants then?
Yeah, I can hear you guys when you guys are talking one over another.
Sorry, go over.
But why implicate the giants then? Can you guys not hear me?
Yeah.
I heard you. I'm just thinking about the answer because I'm trying to understand what you mean by implicate. But I'm guessing you mean why.
Well, because the
Involve
ceremony they
them.
were doing was transforming giants, right? So why implicate the giants?
Why
Dwegar,
corrupted?
stone giants, they're all the same. Oppressors of Gracklstugh, meaning to dump us like bugs. Chase us into the shadows, into the slums. By pricking at their very essence, their very souls, we crack at the very pillar stone of power that keeps the city stable.
From what I've seen from the giants, they don't seem all that unlike you guys, pushed to the edge of Gracklstugh society by the Dwegar.
What does the party think?
I won't disagree
very
with her, but they are really different mechs. But to Brooke, like, I won't cut her credibility, I guess.
Okay, so I'll have Ginger step in and sort of say, well, you know, Clan Cairngorn, which is the Stone Giants, is a faction within Gracklstugh serving under the king by oath. They are equal to the Dwegar, which is why they didn't kill the Stone Giant that was rampaging throughout the market, for one, and why the king trusts them as his counsel, for two. Unlike the Grey Ghosts, or these outlaws and outcasts. So to say that they're equal is not something that the Rock believes, at least. And that's something that Ginger believes either, knowing Gracklstugh.
I suppose equal wasn't quite the same way, but more like similar, as in they're very, like, on the edge. Even if they have a seat at the table, at least, I suppose at least they have a seat at the
They
table.
live within the city, they walk within the city, work within the city for a king, live within the city. I don't see how they're outlaws, outcasts, or second-rate
No, I'm sorry.
citizens.
Just the impression I suppose it's because I missed some of the sessions. I apologize. I haven't seen the episode that I missed. That from the interaction that we had in the cave with them is that they never leave that area. But that was
By
just my
choice,
impression from that.
because they're
Okay.
insular, sort of keep themselves creatures. It's their choice. It's not because they're kept there. It's because they keep Dwegar out.
All good.
But
Yet, your choice of fighting back is to side with demons and aberrations. To what end? You fight back, and then they destroy everything. All hail Narek, king of nobody.
You taunt. To no effect against me. I know what I am. I know what I achieved. I know what Demogorgon is capable of. You ask me why worship the Demogorgon. He is the prince of demons, the harbinger of chaos. His power courses through our veins, driving us to madness and greatness. The world is a pit of madness, and only through him can we truly embrace it. Yeah. That was half roleplay. That voice is harsh.
It's okay,
Feels
no,
great.
Tom. Just commit, okay? Embrace it.
I know. You can
Eric
taunt him
again
and call
looks
him
at
names, but he
Isabel.
knows what he is.
Eric again looks at Isabel. It says, "You want to just finish them off?"
Do it,
no.
and be oblivious forever for what comes next.
Black Skull wants a show of evidence of corruption. There's nothing better than him.
She fears us, for she doesn't know us. She wants to pry information from us, for she fears what lies beyond that veil of darkness, the unknown abyss that is coming. For the record, Jim proposes killing prisoners because information is good, but you guys can do whatever you want. You already killed one brain, so...
I mean, yeah.
Jimjar will not
We were
fight
struck.
you in combat to stop you from doing this because he'll just die.
But I say not kill him. Like
Does
we
Jimjar
need-
have an idea of how to get information from him?
Yeah, interrogate them. Like, guess wanted to.
Yeah, let's just. Well, I think ultimately Narok isn't going to help us in this moment unless we have some other way to get him to talk. I don't know if anyone has a zone of truth.
What am I talking
or-
about? Jimjar's not even here. What up? I've got to
Yeah, I thought like, well, he came back after
No,
bringing. Yeah. Okay.
That's a god.
It's his memory. I understand.
I'm just
we-
trying to inject some sense into this party a little bit. Remind people of things that they might have forgotten a month ago.
We're hearing his voice. Okay, our options are try to break this door down, or can Glabs? Can you get through the cracks?
Yeah. He says, sure can.
Unbar it from the other side, please.
Okay. He does.
Oh my god, if Flats do that, oh my god, he's a hero!
Like the age-old question: hardest thing in D&D, a door.
I forgive you, Glabs.
I still feel bad.
Oh,
Whatever
I'm
madness
still
he's
in
talking
pain.
about, I don't want anything to do with it anymore. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm not saying instead of Jim just saying all that, I'm gonna say Dawnbringer said all that because Dawnbringer is sort of side of good and sense in this,
Mm-hmm.
and does not want to kill prisoners.
Mm-hmm. Eric had a
Okay.
feeling that Dawnbringer would be uncomfortable with being used for executions. That's why he was looking to Isabel to use her gun for it.
Oh my god. What kind of person do you think I am?
Yeah, secondhand evil. That's fine.
Brooke would go through the door first, and she would try to get a feeling for like this new space.
Megan, talk to me like you're talking to Tom. What do you mean by get a feeling? What are you trying to do?
She wants to see is this just like the corridor keeps going, or does it look like this is going somewhere? She's on high alert for anything.
Yes to both.
Especially the way that Narok was talking about this space. She was probably just bullshitting, but she's on extra alert going into this new space.
So yes to both answers for your questions. This tunnel both goes somewhere and keeps going.
Okay. Eric, do you want to take point, or do you want Brooke to go forward?
Let's walk together forward.
As far as the way, keeping to your perception, to your sense of keen smell and sight and hearing, the way forward is clear, save for the swirling phase rest that teeters you on the edge of madness as it casts maddening shapes here and there. You and your companions proceed on forward, along with Narok in tow.
By the way, Megan,
Mm-hmm.
we long rested in the cave with Susar Bloom, so you basically got long rest in an area without any phase rest in it. You should be good.
I don't know if it just when I go back to my notes, it just says outside of the cave.
Yeah, but it was on chat.
Lauren is
you
correct in saying that the reason why you need to rest outside the cave is you need to rest somewhere outside of the effect of phase risk. It's not about the geography of where you're resting, it's about the environment, so to speak. So you should be good to go in terms of rest. Yeah. So you guys will be safe to maneuver on ahead for another 10-20 minutes as the cave curves around and around some more until you come to a intersection here where there's a crack in the wall to your left, over yonder, a small one for a small creature to squeeze through or tiny creatures to crawl through safely. Otherwise, the cave proceeds onwards here. And by the looks of it, you are proceeding towards sunlight. Sunlight.
Oh,
I feel like we should investigate where the sunlight is before we attempt to go tiny creature mode.
The cave path slopes upwards and upwards and upwards as you proceed around the curve, and upwards some more as it goes straight on a very steep incline towards sunlight.
let's check out the light. Yes.
Cool. So you guys will proceed up to hereabouts before I'll have to stop you because I'll narrate something that'll make you guys probably choose other options than step all the way inside. So I'm gonna place the party here for the record of where you guys were last time we were on the overmap, and Rock is with you guys. So that's gonna be kind of different. And I'll put us on the alternative map in just a moment. This is area number 14. Alright, we have Narok in tow at the very back of the party, and then we have the people who are present. Isabel, Brooke, Eric, and Glabagul is bravely sort of sticking to the walls and following behind you guys, so I'll help Eric to lead here. Songbird and Atlas in tow, behind our artifice. Sir. And Stool and Rumped Up are here in spirit and don't need to be here on a close-up map. As you guys proceed onwards through this brightly lit cavern, you see the following. After a steady climb up, the tunnel opens into a huge, well-lit chamber. The glow of phasrus and bioluminescent fungi competes with shafts of white light that fall upon naturally formed shelves along the walls, as well as rocky mesa at the center of the cavern. Crudely formed ramps connected the different levels of the mesa up to the height of its two topmost tiers, which are linked by these this sturdy bridge. As you step in closer, you can see atop one of the tiers seats a large red egg, a dragon's egg. Atop the other stands a 50-foot tall obelisk made of smooth black metal with a few noticeable imperfections, as though small parts of it were somehow chipped away. A female Daru stands close to the obelisk, gently patting and stroking its surface. The obelisk flashes once, the glow of phasrus around the cavern flaring in response. Glowing purple alien glyphs flash across its surface, and for a moment, light around the obelisk seems to bend. The Daru squeals with glee as she snatches an object up from the ground, then writes something down in a small notebook. This is what you guys see as you proceed towards this cavern. What would you like to do?
We all got our 12 attempts. Thank you, Isabel.
Found the obelisk.
Yeah, Isabel will like crouch as she's proceeding forward, I guess.
You are crouching in bright light, just so you know. You're like pretty much hiding in the open.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
What's the plan?
That's the dragon egg. That's what I can't. How do you timber show or notes?
Thumbershot.
Timber shod.
Mm-hmm.
My French is showing. That's what the priest wanted. And what I'm sure Tambershow would be really interested in knowing if we decide to tell him about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is the obelisk there. We should try to see what it is at the end. So, I'll say, let's try to ask the Terror politely what's going on.
What do we do with these
I
guys,
don't-
though? I don't think having these guys in tow will make a very good show or a very good entrance for us.
When I say politely, I was joking on that part. We should make a jump on them.
I think not. Intruders! Shouts the Rock as you didn't gag him or anything, so why would he just stand silently there? He shouts an alarm as sending the head of this there over yonder swiveling about. In a panic, she shouts and echoes the cry. None shall pass, or disrupt the bastard's plans. An orb-shaped being with large central eye on its body and 10 smaller eyes on stalks emerges from the top of the cave opening and floats downwards from its hiding place above the cavern entrance. Its screech emerges from a lamprey-like maw surrounded by 4 large octopus-like tentacles. The devil shouts a crass obscenities in a raspy voice, commanding them, this creature's mind witness. Dispose of them. She moves across the bridge, grabs the dragon egg, quickly chants a spell that infuses the egg in arcane glow and the phasers around her, and hurls it toward the obelisk, like chalks it toward the stone. And just as it's about to impact the obelisk stone surface, as if to shatter it, glyphs flash on the obelisk once more. Light bends around the egg, and it's swallowed into the obelisk, vanishing from sight. As that happens, can I get you guys to roll me initiative, please?
Easy.
Well, that didn't go as planned.
Then what's the plan? Alright, Glava Gold rules initiative. Is Atlas and Songbird following your initiative there, Isabel?
Yeah, they go after me, yeah.
Okay, Narak will rule initiative. Darrow behind him rules initiative. This female, Darrow will roll 20 on 17 plus 3. And then we have other creatures in the room roll initiative as well, as an alarm is raised. I'm not sure how you guys were planning to sneak with live prisoners in your back. But
Brooke's initiative is 19.
I guess you didn't want to use the macro I sent you. 19, okay. 19. So starting from top to bottom here with Glabagool with -1 initiative. Gotta love it. Yeah, that makes sense. Plinky will use her action to do as what I just said here.
This is Plinky.
Who else? And she's gonna cast a spell that those of you who are proficient with Arcana recognize to be an abjuration spell to coat yourself in mage armor. Brooke, you hear which diary is this one? You hear movement from the cavern beyond as move about into battle positions, and you get your turn.
Cool. Brooke is going to move forward because she can't really see any of the Daru except this one, and she's a close combat person. I'm gonna 5 squeeze.
Can you knock them unconscious? I'm sorry.
But you want me to knock them unconscious first?
I will, if you want, no problem.
Yeah, she can try that. So she's going to summon her astral on her. So they both need to succeed on a Dex save, DC 16.
Who's they?
Our 2 prisoners.
Okay. Opening sheets. Narok rules dexterity with disadvantage because I believe he is restrained. Still.
They're both.
So it's going to be a disadvantage, dexterity, and a Darrow. With disadvantage, dexterity. And this is the spell effect, correct?
This is for my astral arms.
So Narok rules an 18, and the other one rules a 10.
I thought it was an 11. Is a disadvantage.
Yeah, and it also has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
So neutral, okay. So he's fine, and the other Daru takes 8 force damage. All of this being non-lethal.
My turn to leave this body in the sand. He screams in madness as you bludgeon it. All right.
And then.
And Narok does not take any damage, not even half.
Nope.
Okay.
Not even half.
Okay. Like a cantrip. Cool.
Yeah, it's like a cantrip. Just a full want to read it all. And then from there, I guess since we want to knock them out before we go, she's going to just smack him, try to bonk him on the head. She gets to go. She gets 2 hit attacks with 1 attack, so yay, bonk and bonk. Nice, beautiful 20 non-lethal damage.
Onto Narok.
Yeah, on Narok.
Okay. That sends him onto his knees as he's already sort of soft and bruised from a prior fight, incapacitating him where he stands.
Perfect. And is the other one also incapacitated yet, or?
No, he's reveling in the joy of being sent to heaven soon.
Cool. Summoning her after all with her bonus action. So, with that, she'll make her way past Isabel. Isabel, I got down to rock, but you might need to bonk the other one more time. I'm on my way. Bye.
Send me onto him, onto Demogorgon, yes, to join my brethren, it shouts, adding to the echoes throughout the cave.
I think that's 40, more or less 40.
No, come back here, he says as he takes an opportunity attack.
Okay, he's restrained, so what's he attacking with?
His fist for 6. He just fucking dodged, she brushed away.
She just like sidesteps. She doesn't even really dodge. She just like the laziest little like shrug.
Come back and finish it.
Okay, so she moved her 40 and whatnot, and then she finally gets a look at these guys. She couldn't see them from where she was at the beginning, and she shouts back,
see,
just like, these things are insane.
Right. Large aberrations from the outer realms stare at you with their many eyes, and as you lock eyes with the twins, they whisper telepathically, rambling into your minds, mostly dealing with how excited they are to have intruders to kill, and how even more exciting things will be when the obelisk is complete.
That's the end of her turn.
Oh, okay. Righty then. So, what is my range for a light repeating crossbow? 160 feet. I have a prepared action for whenever enemies move into range. So this arrow here takes aim 130, aiming at disadvantage against Brooke, sending a bolt over, sailing for 13 to miss. The other Darrow over yonder aims and tries to aim at Brooke, but does not see her quite yet. Just hears shouting from around the corner, so it's gonna keep holding its action on its turn. Yeah, we have then the rock incapacitated and out of combat. The first of the aberrations, who I've named shall take his turn. The other one is named
I know.
So which one's is the northern one. It floats to sort of block the way. And I'm gonna take a look at its stat block. The Mind Witness makes 1 bite attack and 1 hypnotizing tentacle attack and uses eye rays 3 times. Alright. Can I float into range? I only have a speed of 20. So from here... Nope. This is the max I can make. Okay, so no melee attack. I don't have you in reach as it swipes its many tentacles around itself. And then its eye stalks are gonna make some rolls. 1, 6. If reroll repeats. 1, 6, 3. So, Brooke, as one of the eye stalks aims at you with a charming ray, make me a wisdom saving throw, please. Succeeding on a wisdom saving throw, it fails to hypnotize you. A second eye stalk aims past you. I rolled a 3. A psychic ray shoots forth toward Isabel. Isabel, it is a DC 13 intelligence saving throw against the psionic sort of energy that clashes against you, trying to invade your mind. Blocking off the damage, you suffer none at all. 6. A telekinetic ray sails at Eric. You being a creature, please make me a DC 13 saving throw. DC 13 strength saving throw from Eric. Holding your ground, you feel the pull of the eye as it tries to pull you. Can I pull with this? Command Witness moves it up to in any direction. Yeah, it tries to pull you toward it closer, but you stand your ground unless you consciously want to fail this somehow. Telekinetic pull. The choice is yours.
I think you're muted, Lorian.
He's just thinking.
Okay, my bad.
I will. Yeah, you know what? I'm feeling that it's trying to pull me towards him. I will fail it.
You'll fail it?
At
Okay.
first, I'm resisting it, and then I sort of like feel like what it's trying to do. I'm like, you know what?
Pulling you for the original 30 feet, I'm going to say because you're going through Glabagool, you will be going as if through difficult terrain through him, suffering a little bit of acid damage, but not getting pulled as much toward him as he would have liked it. You gloop out of Glabagool, suffering merely, this is like petty damage, just 2 acid damage. Just slightly melts off your armor, and Glabagool
Does he
goes,
also take 2
tickles.
acid damage?
Huh?
Does he also take the 2 acid damage?
No,
The
he pulled you
average?
through Gabagool. Gabagool does not spew that far. This is like 40 feet between you guys. With that being said, it then communicates with its twin, readying its legendary actions to meet your clashes. We have Isabel to take her next turn.
We're good. Okay, Isabel will just aim and shoot at the first Mind Witness. Going for the big eye.
Big glowing eye, Zelda style. 22 to hit strikes for 19 fire damage. Let me just check resistances real quick.
Yeah.
Yep.
25 total damage.
25, 6 is what kind of damage?
It's an extra die that I roll on it. Arcane Firearm.
Is it the matching damage that you roll? Like, so if it's fire, it's fire?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it matches the
So
damage.
25 total fire damage takes full effect as you singe the central eye and blinks away tears and just hisses in pain. With that, that's damage. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, you see Songbird start circling this guy, and at the end he sends a ball to it. Let's see if it hits. 20 to hit.
Daryl? Yes. Hits for how much?
Yeah, to it there. 1. It's not falling damage.
The force strike
self-force.
incapacitates the arrow, slays him if you want to do it lethal, otherwise he's unconscious.
No, I wanna say like it landed in its head and start pecking it with electricity.
So that's a lethal hit.
No, little.
I didn't want you describing, man. Fine, you incapacitated him,
Just
like, sure.
kill it. Just kill it.
I get knives out, but it's not lethal. Okay, well, alright. You'll render them both unconscious. Fair enough. At the end of the turn, you hear susurrations in your mind. Show us something more powerful. It seems the emotion it conveys is disappointment at your mere firebolt. Alright, legendary action. I'm gonna say this one, who was first encountered, is gonna go ahead and commit to a legendary action to attempt to mind meld with the spellcaster among you, the most intellectual one among you. Isabel, please make me an intelligence check. This is a contest, just rule intelligence.
For intelligence, okay.
As it focuses upon you.
20.
20. Contested by its 6. Very nice. The Mighty Witness enters an intelligence contest with Isabel, attempting to meld minds and show you a piece of its madness, a piece of the abyss and the outer spheres beyond. And as you pry into it, you succeed. The target may choose to increase its intelligence score by up to 2 at the cost of 1 level of madness per intelligence gained, or block out the mental connection entirely.
Are you
Choose.
telling me I can get my intelligence 1 point for madness?
Yes,
Forever. Okay,
but for madness.
yeah, like she sees, like when the minds are connecting, she sees glimpses of knowledge, lost information on time, and she is welcome it.
As you welcome it, your pupil grows large like a planetary body eclipsing a sun, and for a moment you are there in the outer planes, witnessing that which is not for your mind witness. You enter stage 1 madness. I believe you've never experienced madness before, which makes me rule on the short-term madness for you. So let's see if fortune is in your favor. As you enter short-term madness, which will last for the next 1d10 minutes. For the next 1d10 minutes until madness is cured otherwise, 4 minutes, you are 50. The character begins babbling and is incapable of normal speech or spellcasting. For the next 4 minutes until
Ooh,
you
that's
somehow...
painful.
Well, yeah, it's
No,
madness.
evil spells, I hope you have a few.
You were telling me like, you tell me I can increase my stats? Yes, for a very heavy price.
Didn't call that.
No pop
But your
problem.
intelligence goes one by one permanently as you have mind witnessed with the might witness. Make sure that you're tracking somewhere on your sheet that you have madness level 1, because this will stack throughout the campaign.
Just had it.
Can that be restored with a lesser restoration spell?
Madness,
Or more
a
the
calm
effective.
emotion spell, can suppress the effects of madness, while a lesser restoration spell can rid a character of short-term and long-term madness. Depending on the source of the madness, a remove curse or dispel evil might also prove effective. A greater restoration spell or more powerful magic is required to rid someone of indefinite madness, which is what you get at level 3 madness and stacking. So calm emotion, lesser might be able to suppress it. A lesser restoration spell will be able to get rid of it. Yes.
Eric, seeing Isabel start babbling and mumbling to herself, and her eyes, like her pupils, dilating. He's gonna call out to her, Isabel, get over here. As he's like fighting with the tentacle that's grappling.
Mommy. Her shoot start out, Isabel. Just slowly. Lobotomizing. That's the word I was looking for. So Eric, is he going to use the sword?
On my turn.
Yeah, it is your turn.
Oh. Well, I'm restrained right now. I can't reach her.
You're
Doesn't
not
Isabel
restrained.
have her turn before me?
Are you restrained? Is telekinesis stat?
Yeah, the telekinesis restrained.
Target's creature makes it on a failed saving throw, and it is restrained by the race like the grip until the start of the might was the next. That's powerful.
But doesn't Isabel get her turn before me? She didn't do anything, right?
She
She did.
did. She shot a whole bunch of things and then she mind melded it. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, like, the guy used a legendary action.
Yeah, I'm
That's
using legendary actions between
he
turns.
used a legendary reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, on my turn, I'm gonna use my action to try and escape the restraint.
Sure. Just is lesser restrictions is range touch.
Let me see.
Actually, it might be.
Well, that's what I'm.
Yeah.
It is touch, yeah.
Fair enough. You have to get knighted by the stun zone.
Gonna break out of my restraints.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for your roll. Yeah. That
And
breaks
use
out
my
of yeah.
bonus action to use Giant's Might,
Grow in size.
so become large. And Eric is going to move to... here. And just ask Isabel to, like, get right behind him.
Okay.
Breaking out the restraint took my action, right?
Yeah.
So I can't use a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his turn.
Next one into line will be the second twin. Ponderous, it hovers into view behind its brother, sort of forming almost like a totem pole from your line of sight. The Mind Witness makes one bite attack in melee range, hypnotizing tentacles at melee range, and then uses ray attack 3 times. Can do ray attack. Rolling for 5, 3, 4, so 1. Once more, another charming ray strikes toward Brooke. Brooke, it's another wisdom saving throw against Charm Ray.
23.
Nice. As before, you withhold against a charm as a psychic ray from another ice stalk sails past its twin toward Eric, striking him for possible psychic damage if he fails a DC 13 intelligence saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Meets and beats. And I'm gonna flip a coin here, Isabel, odds or evens?
Odds.
Nice. The stunning ray sails past you and collides with Glabagool. Glabagool makes a DC 13 Constitution saving throw as the ray collides with his gelatinous form. Constitution.
Does the jelly have no?
He has very high Constitution bonus, but he rolled a natural 1, stunning him in place. The target can repeat a saving throw on each at the end of each of its turn. He's just simply going to lose his turn as he's stunned here, and then roll me that save again at the beginning of his turn against the DC of 13. Why am I rolling for the Mind Witness? This is Glabagool. I rolled an 11 plus Glabagool's bonus. I rolled 2, so that'll be 7. Glabagool is stunned for another turn. Top of the round, we have the Warlock robed Darrow yonder who has chucked the egg and has finished casting her ritual spell to shield herself, takes a stance upon the bridge by the obelisk and begins to chant another spell. As I take a look at her mighty character sheet. Also, nice portrait for Plinky, I like it. Selecting a spell from her repertoire. What's the range of the spell? Bear with me, guys. I'm just looking at my get another character sheet. She says, "You wish to see the Master's realm so badly. I'll do more than open your mind. She steps toward the edge of the rocks here to get just in range. Is this 60 feet? Oh my god, she has to jump down 10 feet, take a little bit of damage. Oof! Taking 1d6 buffing damage from the fall. Get in range of her spell. She'll tank it. Is this 60 feet to Eric? It is. And she's gonna go ahead and cast Banishment on Eric. Eric.
Oh,
What? Oh no.
Well,
boy.
She attempts to send Eric to another plane of existence, the home realm of her masters. Eric, make me a charisma saving throw, please. Or be banished. She maintains concentration on a spell while she holds it. What did you roll?
17.
The DC was 15. You maintain your presence on the material realm as for just a moment your feet leave the ground, and like it's as if the very ceiling expands above you into an infinite starlit sky, and then briefly closes as fast as it has appeared as you maintain your stance there on the material plane. Good job resisting my level 4 spell. That's my action. Do I have anything else? No. The very powerful spellcaster will take a rest, leaving it for the Daru, who are sort of stationed throughout this cavern. I don't know if you guys can see them throughout the cavern, but at the various corners of the cavern with their crossbows. You guys are so far away. Another disadvantageous attack with a light crossbow bolt against Brooke for 10 to hit misses. I'll just keep raining down bolts at you guys at disadvantage, I guess. Brooke, it is your turn.
Cool. She is going. She doesn't have any ranged attacks, so she is going to move forward to range. She's gonna make this with a weapon attack. Okay, she's going to melee range, and she is going to make 2 dagger attacks because she does have. She has 3 daggers. So she's gonna attack with Lewis and one of her regular daggers. This guy, and with that, might as well. Well, I'm gonna use Lewis and put a 19 and 12.
19 strikes.
19 strikes. With the 19, she will focus upon as it slices into, I'm gonna call that flesh, and use a stunning strike. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be stunned until the end of my next turn.
9.
It fails. DC was 16. Yeah, so it is stunned until the end of my next turn. Yeah, and then so that was, how much movement did I do here? 15. And then that was not a bonus action, so I'm just gonna keep hitting it. As a bonus action, I'm going to use Fury of Blows to hit it twice with, well, I guess my hands have, I have daggers in my hands. I'm going with, these are, that I use my regular hands for that, so now if I use my astral arms, I can use my Fury of Blows with my astral arms. Cool, like it. I like it. 1, 2.
You get advantage on attacks against stunned creatures.
Cool, so I get to roll. So they did, okay, advantage, and then the second one. This way. So natural 20 and 23.
Both hit.
My crit only got a 1, so that is a total of
I got it.
15 bludgeoning damage.
As you stun wound the creature, it reels back with its tentacles. Let me shake off the blow. All right.
And then with the rest of her movement, she's actually gonna move back. She doesn't want to be too close to these things. And that's the end of her turn.
Alrighty then. At the start of the next turn, right before it, it's the twin is going to hover closer, 20 feet over yonder, and focus its psionic abilities to attempt to displace Brooke. It enters into an intelligence check contest with Brooke perceiving it. It's going to go ahead and roll intelligence of 8. Brooke merely needs to beat an 8 here. As you are steadfast, it suffers 7 psychic damage as it fails to displace you. I'm measuring distances. The other arrow trying to take aim. They have. Eric, you have half cover versus attack. You increase your AC +2 versus the Darrow's this adventurous crossbow attack of 16.
Does not hit.
Collides against the rock beside you. Other line ambush still. This creature here, you said it was stunned until the end of your turn or my turn?
End of my turn. My next turn. I think I posted
Isabel, go ahead and take your turn.
Okay. Isabel says as she's walking to Eric that Nico. Are you casting? Did you have Lesser Restoration prepare or something like that, Eric? I don't.
Nope. I didn't have an
Okay.
action.
Okay, you didn't have an action. In that case, she sees that she cannot use her gun. It's too complicated.
You can't get spell, you can't speak. You can still use your gun. You can still shoot weapons.
Yeah,
if
but
if you want to use
like,
gunpowder, just saying.
Yeah, exactly. I have to use gunpowder, but so she puts it on a holster and brings out a vial green and throw it to the stone creature. I'm throwing the acid I harvested before. I have to improvise a weapon. Is my strength or dex on this case?
Let's do
A
dexterity.
vial of acid. Dexterity. Okay, so with proficiency. With advantage, yeah. Let me add a dagger really fast. Easy this one.
You don't even need to add a dagger. You can just roll 2d20s and just do your bonus, man.
I struggle with that, but let's do it. Do 20.
You'll only get better with it as you
20.
practice. So 19 plus your bonus is gonna hit anyways, so that strikes. It's not a critical, but it strikes the creature for, as we said, 40-10 acid, correct?
Yes, 40 10. 26 acid damage.
Oof. Almost a lethal strike.
I won't say
Some of
it
the
landed
stalks
in the
begin to,
big eye.
Yeah, some of the stalks begin to fall off to the ground. Or like 4 of them just like wither on the ground as you begin to expose some of the skull of this creature. It would scream if it wasn't stunned.
As a bonus action, she's gonna inject something to herself. She's overcharging. And that's it.
Eric.
Eric's
The prodigal
gonna
son has
reach over
returned.
to Isabel.
Welcome, Nick. Are you enjoying
Hello.
this?
Yeah, my internet's back, I think. I just hope something like that.
Oh my god! Committing timing of that.
See, I had to commit to the bit on that one.
The fucking committing timing of that. I just hope
I
nothing
know.
bad. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and
I
have...
think it's okay. I have a bad storm rolling in, so like they literally just put the power lines back up and everything, and then hopefully I hope they don't get taken back down. Wow, this looks beautiful in here.
Yeah.
We entered a
unsafe.
room and forgot to gag our prisoners, so yeah. They sounded the alarm.
So yeah, the party just were being like explorative. Saw a whole bunch of bad guys and were like, "Hey guys, what's the plan?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but the Rock is behind you guys, conscious and awake, and he's not gagged, so I don't see why he would just stand there and allow you guys to just slaughter his brethren." So he sounds the alarm.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric
that
reaches
kind
out
of guy.
over to Isabel and casts lesser restoration on her.
Okay.
Just like softly touches her on the shoulder, careful not to hurt her with his large size.
I'll
He's
answer any
gonna
questions you have, Nick, on
move
your
to up
turn.
here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Let me roll.
So, Eric, you can see that this one with bones exposed and eye stalks withered, it's on the edge of death's door. Like, it's not long for this world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny. He rolled the same initiative I rolled for him.
That's the end of his turn.
Oh, okay. Because lesser restoration is an action. Cool. So, Nick, questions. Shoot them at me. I'll answer whatever I can.
Looks like this guy's bloodied. Is anyone hurt or injured? Is anyone under any effect?
Glavical is shaking off a stunning ray that missed Isabel. Aside from that, I don't think anybody even got grazed by a hit yet.
Nope.
We've
Okay.
gotten really lucky with our saving throws. We dodged psychic damage, banishments, a lot of shit, charms.
Well, you voluntarily lost against an what was it?
Oh yeah, because I was so far away. I wanted it to drag me forward.
It doesn't help the fact that every turn they get, or like some shit they get in like temporary hit points, so I can't penetrate their shields. It's like everybody have damage threshold, so
And
Yeah.
everybody looks fine.
And then Isabel was an intelligence contest. And even though she won the contest, she decided to take a glimpse and take permanent intelligence up.
Isabel got to glance into the abyss beyond by glancing deep into the eyes of one of these creatures. It shared its knowledge with her, giving her a level of madness in exchange for 1 intelligence score increase.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was 2.
she chose 1.
Oh, she chose
I mean,
one.
two. Yeah, sure. But
No, you chose 1, because if it was 2, it would have been long-term madness I would have given you, which would have been worse.
oh, really? Okay, let me fix my shit then.
You want to learn more, one of them said.
Why is it not?
Don't
I'm
kill them.
wise with that.
This is the way to increase your intelligence for madness. Just
Oh my
keep farming
God.
them. You don't have to kill them.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
They want you to
5,
witness. They want you to see.
10, 15, 20.
On the ability that you posted in chat, it does say
Up to 2.
increase intelligence score by up to 2.
Up to 2.
Up-
We
yeah.
only 1 or
One
2.
more.
Yes, they chose 1 when we were there. Now it's Nick's turn. Let's handle that.
I'm gonna do that. I'll cast bless on all 3 of my party members. Just make sure you track that, and I will.
You can
make-
outcast it for another for yourself as well if you want. Your choice.
No, I'll keep it a lower just in case.
And remember, we long rested, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And I have all my stats figured that out.
Cool. So Eric,
Text,
Brooke, and Isabel are under effective bless. Get a d4 to add to your attack roll or saving throws, while he maintains concentration.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I
Mhm.
don't have a bonus action to use. I did my action, I moved, so that should be good. That should be my turn.
Spiritual weapon is a bonus action
It is. I can't cast 2 level spells.
because we're not playing Baldur's Gate. You're right. Okay, fair enough. The second of the twins gazes upon Eric. Do you want to learn? Oh, I have a legendary action. Actually, I can commit between turns. I'll do that. I'll use my monsters for full effect. Legendary action in between turns. I'll use a random eye ray attack. Rolling for it. I rolled a 4. That will be the slowing ray. Slowing ray at, and I'm gonna make this fun by rolling 1d4. With Eric being 1. Damek being 2, Brooke being 3, Isabel being 4, and see what target I get.
Isabel, do we still have health? The
Yes, 12.
Yeah, she gave
Okay,
us
12.
12.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm gonna write
Oh, right. As one of the eye stalks quickly focus upon you, Eric, to try and hypnotize you in place, it's going to be a dexterity saving throw to look away in time. DC is 13 dexterity. 20 plus 4
Nice.
succeeds. Very nice. So that is the slowing ray used on its turn, meaning it cannot use it anymore. On its turn, it makes its multi-attack. Bite against Eric for 8. The lamprey-like mouth just screeches forth and he dodges out of the way, blocking it or otherwise dodging. And then it was gonna attempt to, again, you're just the only creature in range, hypnotizing technical attack you for an 11. I'm ruling low, you guys are ruling 24s, it's crazy. And I'm gonna make my eye-ray attacks. Nice. So starting with the 1, that's gonna be my charm ray against Eric. Wisdom saving throw against charm ray from this creature over yonder. Next target is going to be Damek with a Psychic Ray. Damek, as a ray of psionic energy whoops towards you from the eye. It's going to be a DC 13 Intelligence saving throw.
Ooh. 14.
Nice, saving. And then we have a third ray, firing just like one after another. 6. That's one of my more scary ones. That's the restraining ray with telekinetic against Brooke. Brooke, it's gonna be a strength saving throw to maintain your footing and try not to get restrained and pulled forward. With a 14 plus 2, you all manage to succeed. See, this is how the fight has been going, Nick. I have a lot of actions and they're all failing. At the beginning, or end
It
rather,
could have been a lot worse. We've been getting lucky.
end of his turn, Glabagul is going to attempt a saving throw against the stunning effect of the last eye ray that hit him. It's going to be Constitution. DC is 13. He rolled a 15. What happened? Whew. I'm back. All right. So, top of the round, we have all my legendary actions back, and we have the warlock robed leader of this cult, it seems, the worshiper of the obelisk beyond. I'll fill you in on that, Nick, in just a moment after battle, I suppose, if you can survive this.
Yeah, good.
She will go ahead and focus onto another powerful spell. Let's hit you with something big.
Banishment, what was it big enough?
Channeling a crackling lightning in her, between her fingers, she sends forth a lightning bolt.
Ooh.
At 3rd level. So this is going to be a stroke of lightning forming a line in 100 feet and 5 feet wide out from the direction she chooses. Each creature in the line makes a dexterity saving throw, DC 15 against the warlock. And the line is going to be like so. This creature is hovering above the ground, but she's elevated, so I'm going to have it strike it too. It's going to strike all of you, actually. Through the rock. Jesus. I'm gonna maneuver her to side because it's not fair that she's gonna strike something she can't see. So she's gonna maneuver over here before casting that spell. Just trying to maximize my targets. Align it.
She's like with a
I think
telescope
she can
on the
only hit-
calculator.
I can only hit Damek and Eric regardless, because you guys are just angled weird.
Yep.
So Eric and Damek and the first of the twins gets stricken by that lightning, trying to maintain your footing there. Go ahead and roll that dexterity saving throw. DC is 15
9.
against 22 damage or half. So 22 damage to both of you, and then dexterity saving throw from the twin. Mind Witness is a 21. It suffers 11 lightning damage.
What's the thing that I need to make for the Constitution save throw? Half of that? Half of 22?
It's DC 11. Yeah.
Okay. Slash roll. Ah, I don't have it macroed. Fuck, that's my fault.
But just make the D20 roll plus your Constitution modifier.
Fuck. 18, I save. Alright, good.
Coolio. So you managed to maintain your Constitution on the Bless spell. That's the end of her turn. I'm just checking which arrows are being around the ambush points. This is one of the very far end of the room over yonder. He's gonna go ahead and reload another crossbow bolt into his crossbow and shoot with disadvantage at... is it disadvantage? Is it less than my range? Yes. at Eric. They're 12 strike against Eric. Another arrow clinks against your armor as we have Brooke take her turn.
Brooke is going to come forward, go over here, and she will go ahead and strike the unconscious, or yeah, the stunned creature 3 times with her arms. So we have 22, 14, and 27.
The first strike slays the creature.
You wanna kill it?
So she goes, and you just see her arms continue to just like mass bludgeon this thing until it goes down. Since the first one killed it, I guess I can move up to this one, and the third one, because the third one was my bonus action, and that one would go for the other one.
Are you waiting for me to roll damage?
No, I was just.
Yeah, they all hit.
Cool. 7.
So 7.
Only 7. Just so yeah. On
Okay.
that one, and then she is to, since she's not in melee range, she's 10 of one, or she, yeah, not in melee range. She's going to, well, unless I guess he has the range, he probably does. She's going to take a couple steps back. Yeah.
Cool.
Like so.
A lamprey-like maw tries to clasp at your form as you dexterously shift back with fox-like dexterity. Then we have Isabel's turn.
Okay. From her previous injection, you should see that she's giving lightning. She brings out the portal gun with the claws. You start seeing that it starts to put more energy. That's when it says Brooke. And all around this lady, bunch of portals are gonna appear. Can she do me a Constitution saving throw as I'm casting Vortex Wrap? And adding can she roll a d4 also? Or I'll roll it for it. I'm using Vital Sacrifice.
Sure, I rolled a 7 even with advantage against the save. My luck.
Okay, so
You know what? I'm gonna use makes an ability check or saving throw. I'm gonna use my once per short rest ability, Dark One's Own Luck, to add a D10 to that.
okay.
She doesn't know the C. I don't know the C. I just want to see what I get. Okay, cool. I fail anyways.
There was a chance. Well, she is like surrounded by portals, and as she's trying to escape one of them, one appears behind her, and she reappears here between Brooke and Eric.
You think I'm trapped here with you? You're trapped here with me.
Bonus action, 1d8 for my friend Damek. 1d8 plus 4 plus 5, 7 temporary HP for you.
As a shield, so generates around. Cool.
Yeah. And that's it.
Cool. Giving the turn to Eric.
Seeing that the warlock's been teleported right beside them, Eric's gonna attack her.
You think I don't have something for this? Fiendish rebuke. Like maybe see 15 constitution throw as green purple flames surround her and lash out at you. You suffer half of 22, so that'll be 11 fire damage. And proceed with your Dawnbringer attack.
It deals 21 damage. And I'm going to use the fire runes with that attack, dealing another 9 fire damage, and she needs to make a strength save.
How much total fire damage did you deal?
9.
9? Half is 4.
Yeah,
So she only
that's my-
suffers 4 damage as the fire does not brand her as badly as you imagine. am the flames. All right. So she is making
A strength save.
strength save. And this is a magical effect, so advantage for the Daru. Strength. Natural 1 or 9. Just my luck.
She fails. She is restrained. I'll attack her again with my extra attack.
I'm just waiting for Eric to roll
For
less than 20.
23 damage.
He's a +9.
I've rolled. I have been rolling really well this entire session,
Mm-hmm.
except for that one deck save against the lightning.
Mm-hmm.
And then, is she still up? Is she bloody?
Oh yeah, she's still up.
I will action surge. Attack her 2 more times.
Do it, boy.
She
Oh
did it.
no! Does a 13 hit?
13
You guys
rebounds
jinxed
against
it.
the mage armor. Good.
Did you roll double, like 2 or something?
Yeah. 19.
Hits, penetrates the mage armor.
For 15 damage.
You're lucky I don't have more than one reaction. She's still up.
Second. Action surge doesn't take a bonus action, so I'm gonna use second wind. And that's the end of my turn. For 10 healing.
Damek, still holding on to your
Okay,
bliss.
Yeah, holding on to it.
Why not use a
and,
legendary reaction, but I feel bad interrupting you, so I'll just give you your turn. It's fine.
No, I mean if you want to, go for it.
You
If want to,
mind?
Go for it.
Just I want to use my monsters
go
to
for it.
full capability, but I keep forgetting that they have legendary actions
Yeah.
because I don't have their sheets open. So right before your turn, I'm just gonna browse here real quick, and I'm gonna do Mind Meld again because that was fun. Who has higher intelligence, Damek or Isabel? I don't want to assume because one is a cleric, so intelligence might be a
No,
thing.
I only have 10.
You only have 10 intelligence.
20.
You
I
have
have
20
20.
intelligence?
Yes.
Oh,
Thank
mine goes with you, buddy.
Okay.
The Might Minutes entered an intelligence check contest with Isabel. So rolling just intelligence check,
no.
it's gonna be versus. It's
Fuck, Tom, you are tempting me. 10. Whew.
Oh my gosh.
if the mind was losing
Oh, you have
contest, the target
put
mage.
bless on that.
Yeah,
That
well,
doesn't
he
matter,
succeeded,
right?
But yeah, he has bless. Since you've if the Might Witness did lose the contest and you won it, you may choose to once again increase your intelligence score by up to 2 at a cost of 1 level of madness per intelligence gained, or block out the mental connection entirely. I will let you know right away that you'll be increasing it to possibly long-term madness or indefinite, depending on how you go here. But your score does go up, as it shows you the beyond.
Oof. On what level do I lose my character?
That I can't tell you. That depends on the rule of dice.
Okay. Okay, I won't risk it. She
Will
saw
not?
enough, and she severed the connection. She saw enough. She has all the knowledge she needs now to accomplish her goals.
Okay, so
She got it.
as you struggle, I'm gonna narrate something here. As you've succeeded and the telepathic connection happens for the second time now, for a moment, once again, your pupil goes wide like a planetary body eclipsing a sun, and in that mind meld illusion, you see the heart of an alien cavern glistening with slime. Scores of mind flayers gather around an enormous brain resting in a pool. The brain is dead. You can hear the Illithid's incomprehensible thoughts as they mourn its passing. One word echoes louder than the others. Cyrog, repeated again and again in your mind. Suddenly, that vision, before you manage to shake it off, you see Phasers braves the dark and twisted hall in a purplish light, and a rift opens, and a hulking, horned figure that reeks of pestilence steps out. It raises a skull-tipped wand and points it at the dead elder brain. The elder brain begins to pulsate in response, and you can see intermittent flashes of purple light under the rotting flesh. The Mind Flayers are aghast as the Elder Brain speaks to them once more, telling them that Orcus has saved Cyrog, and commanding them to follow it into undeath. Any more of this vision will push you to the brink of madness, so you sever the connection, having witnessed this.
She pukes as the connection is being severed.
With that being said, we have Damek's turn.
That was a good play, Isabel. She's right where I want her. And then I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on the Warlock in front of me.
Sounds good.
This is at advantage too because
She's restrained.
restrained. Okay, that is wrong.
By the Phoenix.
20.
Yeah.
And say that hits. This is a level 1 for 15 radiant.
How do you want to do this?
Ooh. Fuck it, dude. That's magic. It's too late. As I kind of conjure forth like the holy energy, the beam of light just goes and it sparkles and it just kind of like radiates her with like, and as she's screaming, like the white light just kind of like pierces through her eyes, mouth, ears, nose, everywhere.
It's a
and then
horrible
just kind of
sound as with the
dissipates.
last exhale, she screams out, "I want to witness it to the end! No!" And then she just burns out.
See ya, bitch.
No Mind Flayer escapes her brain.
Oh, good. I don't want to see it anymore. After that, 5, 10. Come up behind Eric, take a little bit of cover from behind him. Let him know that I'm with him, and then that's going to be my turn.
Hellfire. There goes Blinky, the Warlock of the Fiend. Alrighty then. Who do we have? The second win. It's gonna make its multi-attacks. The lamprey-like maw descends upon Eric for 17 to hit. Jesus.
Does not hit.
I'm gonna go at them to hypnotizing tentacle, wrap him up, or 14 strike. Why would I want to hit with an attack? Anyways, and then I'm gonna make 3 eye attacks, ruling for random attacks. A fear ray trying to fear you away from it will go ahead and strike at Eric. This is a DC 13 wisdom saving throw from Eric. Right. We have then a slowing ray toward Damek. Damek, a dexterity saving throw to dodge out of the way of the slowing ray.
Dexterity. Ooh, 8. Oh no, I can't. I'm a lot of feats. What'd you say?
Does he have advantage because cover?
No.
No, it's not an attack. For like a direct weapon attack or anything. So 8, I fail.
Okay, so on a failed saving throw, your speed is half for the next minute. In addition, the creatures cannot take reaction, and it can take either action. It's like a slow spell, either action or bonus action, but not both. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. It's gonna be a dexterity saving throw to try and hasten your muscles. Slowed as you are, put whatever token you want on yourself. And what was the last one? A 5 I rolled. This is a stunning ray against Rook. DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
19.
Nice. You are strong in will and mind. Show me your full strength, and I will show you in turn the path. It opens up its eye, growing wide, and in it you see the cosmos. It readies something awful on its next turn. Glabagool with a -1 to initiative will do his best and crawl forward 20 feet and take the dashing action to. You guys are blocking its way, so it can only dash up to here. Slow creature, awesome when it can engulf people. That's so great in the back. Plinky is destroyed. The Darrow in the chamber shall descend from their perches and charge forth in a last attempt to defend their home and shelter and sanctuary. Action dash from the Darrow of Yonder. Brooke's turn.
Cool. Brooke is gonna come forth beside Eric, or not, yeah, 10 feet away from this one, because she has reach, and she's gonna keep hitting it, keep hitting, yep.
Any attack that lands 15 or higher hits.
Ooh, there's a good one in there. Beautiful. For a total of 24 bludgeoning damage.
Blow to blow, the creature reels back. No, let me show you. You must see. You must witness. Just keep punching it. All right.
End of her turn.
What magic is this? I cast punch. All right. We have the Darrows descending from their perches, dashing forth to defend their sanctuary. With a dash, this one reaches over yonder, and this one, the dash reaches over yonder. Taking a stance to volley arrows upon you, Isabel. You take a turn.
Okay. Isabel just aim at the Mind Witness and shoot at it. Normal attack. Yeah, I'm still failing from babbling all this time. The going is complicated still. Not one.
Unfortunate.
But you know, like, yeah, my songbird is gonna do his thing. He's gonna attack. Range 30 feet. 9 to hit, of course, because he is tiny. That's it.
So,
Hovering in the air as if floating through
Recomposing
water, it dodges this way and that, and then turns one of its eye stalks to stare at one of the Darrow, taking position behind it. You, a sacrifice, a lamb, nothing more. It opens up its eye and displaces the Darrow. Darrow makes me a screaming shout and intelligence saving throw against this place. Intelligence. Are you shitting me? Are you actually
I
shitting
mean,
me?
he can choose to fail. He can choose to
He
fail.
could choose to fail.
I'm gonna say he chooses to fail because I have nothing else. For Demogorgon!
Well, it's
And
intelligence
they
check.
displace one, replacing the place of the other. I just want to roll to see what I get. I can't believe I'm succeeding where I don't want to. Alrighty then. So that was action displace. I don't have an action to activate the obelisk.
Oh, fuck.
Eric.
Eric is gonna chase after the aberration. Gonna
What-
move to here.
For the absolute. 16 to hit.
Does not hit. Moves to here. Does last 10 feet of movement and attacks at the.
Next encounter is gonna be a
Creature.
fucking dragon, I swear to god. Awesome.
I fuck, I have.
Damage.
Cool.
Dude, this
Still
boy
alive.
took a nap, and he's like, dude, I'm fucking supercharged.
And then 21 for 19.
Describe your kill.
As it teleports and it thinks it's like in safety, Eric chases after it and uses It's the slight disorientation of teleporting to his advantage, attacking the creature before it can right itself, and just slashing, cutting it in half vertically, horizontally.
Cool. Eric, am I free? Daryl, please make me a DC 15 intelligence saving throw as it triggers Death Rattle, Call of the Void. As it dies, it unleashes a final sonic outcry in a 30-foot radius sphere, shattering stone forth with its mind. And you know what? I'm just gonna shatter the minds of all my Daryl. They're gonna fucking fail this, I can tell. Let's go.
Oh my god, the bliss!
Yeah.
Jeez, dude. Lathander's with you.
Lathander's with me.
Just 2 of them save.
Oh, it's not even damage, it just levels madness. They're immune to madness. Alright, cool.
Oh wow,
I'm mad!
They're already mad, like they already each have a madness trait. Alright, cool. Unless you wish to slaughter Daryl in his cavern, I don't see a reason to keep this combat going any longer. The Daryl are not challenged, they'll either run away if you let them, or we can generate that you've slaughtered them all. There's no reason to keep running this combat in my eyes.
It does also say they become vulnerable to psychic damage. I don't know if that matters for anybody.
It doesn't, again, what I just said. The choice is yours whether you capture them as prisoners, slay them, or let them run.
Slaves.
Like, prisoners.
Yeah, prisoners.
I feel like we already have a hard time with 2 prisoners. Taking on another 3 is going to be a little rough.
They will carry the egg and the obelisk. Okay, that's the rule. Like, function, pass the butter.
I'm just gonna say, they drop their weapons and surrender. Like, there's no use of them fighting. Like, they shout for mercy, praying for you to let them go, and you'll never see them again. But the choice is yours. They are at your mercy.
If they surrender, Eric will let them go.
We have no use for them. We're already having a hard time keeping track of 2 and alerting everything. There's more to find down here.
Mm-hmm.
They can't be trusted.
The one close to Eric's like, please, I have a family. Well, not really a family, just a whole bunch of cats, but please.
Okay, if you don't want to run, but if we see you again, you'll end up like him, and I point to the mind witness next to me.
Never again. Never again. You won't see me. I'll go back to my home and shut the doors forever. Be a reckless for the rest of my life. I was just following orders. Yikes. Alright. The choice is yours. If you let them go, they'll run.
Yeah, you can go.
Alright, cool. That will put us officially out of combat. To fill Nick in with what transpired to us before the alarm was raised, what the party witnessed. There was an egg upon this pedestal over yonder, a red dragon egg that Plinky, the warlock you slew, this one over here, picked up this egg and with a grin chucked it toward the obelisk. As it infused with phase risk and whatever spell she cast upon the egg, it approached the stone surface of the obelisk as if to be shattered against its face, but just as it touched it, space around it warped, sort of like this, and got absorbed into the obelisk before that same space sort of reset back and light stopped bending around the obelisk.
She was a warlock, right?
Sure.
Can we search her body for her grimoire?
Yeah, you find her grimoire. It contains all the spells she knew.
Okay. Isabel, Damek, based off what we saw, which one of these spells do you think she used?
Can I decipher? Is it in a discernible language?
What's the highest level? Because it's her spellbook, so every wizard and warlock keeps their own spellbook. I'm gonna say that she has a grimoire, even though she's not a wizard, whatever. Who cares? What's the highest spell slot you can cast?
3.
Me, level 2.
You level 2. You recognize some spells that you know, some cantrips that are easy, and some of them are written in such an alien language, circular script, language from outer spheres, that unless you know deep speech, you don't understand the gifts bestowed upon her by her masters. You recognize spells like Acid Splash, Mage Hand, Message, Ray of Frost, Light, Prestidigitation, Minor Illusion. None of those kind of fit the description of what you saw unless you come up with some other ideas. She had Burning Hands, Chromatic Orb, Sleep, Mage Armor, Invisibility, Spider Climb, Alter Self, Suggestion, and then the other spells you just don't understand.
Yeah. Brooke, what do you want to find? Only what she used? I would say that teleportation.
You think it was teleportation?
Yes, but we can always ask her.
Make a card
that's
check.
Right. That's right. We can ask her. Yeah. Go, Isabel.
You say Arcana check, right now?
Well, yeah, because it's still you looking at the Grimoire. I'm just giving you the chance to automatically succeed on what you can recognize up to your spell slot,
Yeah.
spell circle level, and then see if anything. Natural 20, 28. She was bestowed. You already saw her cast that Lightning Bolt, very advanced magic. There are spells that allow to blink in between this material plane and another sort of border plane in between this one and beyond, to allow her to sort of blink out of reality. There is the banishment spell that you can use against others to send her into the realm of her masters. And there's a very powerful gift here that if you were a wizard you'd be drooling right now, but none of you guys are, so shame. She has the plane shift spell. But the nature of a plane shift spell, as far as you know, is it targets willing creatures, and it must travel with the caster. Whatever she did to the egg was to do with the obelisk. It wasn't. She did cast a spell upon it, which infused it with Phasris. But as far as her play, part in this play was in this ritual to send the egg into the obelisk, casting a spell to the egg.
Okay.
This Phasris reacts with magic and all that, so.
Yeah.
So does, as from what you saw, so does the obelisk for when you first enter this chamber.
But I guess we should go investigate the obelisk because it's still there, right?
You look at the obelisk, it's gone.
I was gonna ask them.
Quantum rock.
Can I harvest the eye and the brain of this?
For food?
For experimentation.
The answer is yes. I'm just curious what you're gonna do with it. But sure, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe potion of
Behold the
intellect.
ice
I
stalks
don't know.
make for a real good dish. Otherwise, we can figure out something to do with it. But yeah, you can harvest it.
Okay, cool. And let's check the obelisk. But I'll drag the body of Blinky for later questions. I'll start ritual casting Identified on the obelisk.
Identify. Can you post it in the chat? I just want to know exactly what the spell does if it applies here.
Sure.
And then I'll read on to what this chamber is and see if it applies as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case I die, Songbird is gonna touch it.
So I keep forgetting this because we're in phase risk, and every time you guys cast spells, I keep forgetting to rule for phase risk effects. This time I don't forget. So D20, please.
D20.
Thank you.
Ooh.
You're
That's
just
good.
rolling anything but natural one. Cool. The phase risk probably does react, and as you cast Identify, it flares up with sparks, not enough to mutate your form and give you a rainbow beard, but enough to react with the obelisk itself. And you see again these purplish alien runes in that 4-line language sort of work their way up the obelisk under the different faces. As if somebody has taken 4 fingers that have clawed up, sending these staccato dotted lines up the surface that glitter and shimmer and send the light bending ever so around it. You feel like if you sustain your spell close to the obelisk, the effect will increase and the land will start bending more and more as if you're charging the obelisk. But maintaining your distance, the phase bonus effect remains stable. From the obelisk, you see it's made from a black metal of alien origin. This monolith is perfectly smooth except for cracks and chips at the edges where it has splintered by some unknown force, and you can recognize the material it's made from. It's the same material as those chunks you found back with the alchemist. The obelisk is about 15 feet per side at its base and stands about 5 stories tall, tapers slowly like a pyramid cap. You can tell with that roll of yours, with that casting rather, because you're casting a spell instead of rolling Karna, that the obelisk's fractures are leaking quasi-magical energy. And that feeding magical energy into the obelisk might activate its latent magic. All it requires is now your touch, as you're channeling your spell slot spell. If you touch it, the spell will begin charging the obelisk.
Fuck it, I'll risk it. I'll touch it.
All right, cool. So as soon as you touch it, about in a 10-foot radius away from the obelisk, the air fizzles. You can feel like a static charge. You can smell that electric. What's that smell that you smell before a storm? Ozone or smell to it as the air is charged, and with a flash, you see the space around Isabel bends like so, and like a black hole, you're pulled and string-fied into it along with Atlas. And Isabel and Atlas vanish elsewhere. For the sake of this, I'm going to keep you on a map so you can have vision of and not be bored. But in-game, Isabel's gone into the obelisk. Or rather, its space. Then the runes die down.
Touching such a foul thing. It was never a good idea. Going up. Just kind of standing on the outside of it. Well, we can't let her to her own demise. I don't know where it's going, but it's better anywhere than here. Maybe we should take the egg with us.
The egg's in the obelisk as well.
Oh, the egg
Presumably
is in it?
wherever-
Yeah, it was thrown into the obelisk at the beginning of combat.
Oh, okay. Because I still see that.
Presumably
That's my
wherever
bad.
Isabel just ended up.
Just
Ooh.
remember the prisoner, guys. That's the only thing.
Yeah. We should
You're
collect
not hearing him, man.
Or maybe,
I threw you to the vacuum of space, man. Just chill.
or do you think we should, or maybe do you think Gabagool can watch them? Although last time we did that, it didn't end so well. For poor Sloop-Doop.
I say just have Glabagool eat them. I don't know why we're keeping them.
Glabagool.
around.
Say no more.
No!
We went through all that trouble to like keep him alive. We're like, nah, fuck it. Eat a Glabagool.
Pet. He's a super valuable prisoner.
They were way more trouble than they were worth.
All right, let's. I'm gonna.
You didn't even interrogate
I'm gonna
them.
go.
What does that mean?
I know. Like, that was our plan. We're like,
They
nah.
were bound to good. They were more trouble than worth. What does that mean? You just bound them rope.
All right.
Really try to keep Narok alive.
Well, I don't want to leave Isabel hanging, so I'm going to
Then
go
we can
in.
drag him with us.
They're way back there. I'm jumping in.
So, as soon as Isabel went down, the runes died down. You saw how she went in. Do you use the same method? Do you spend a spell slot to activate the obelisk?
Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Because Isabel sort of did this by herself. She went forward alone, so, you know, consequence.
Yeah, well, fuck. I don't know if anyone else has spell slots. How to get them in?
Eric has some.
Shit, thinking about that.
I think it looks like it's just a distance thing, right? Because
I was.
bird
Mhm.
went with her, right?
I was standing
Close to
close
her?
by when she got pulled in. I saw. I was far enough that it didn't pull me in, but I saw that the pull wasn't just directed on her. It was around the obelisk if we all stand close by.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll use a spell slot to pull us all in.
Just first level, just so we establish it.
Yeah, I'll do first level. I'm almost spent on
Sounds good. Can you roll me a d20, please? It's just against the effects of phasers and spending spells in phaser areas.
it.
Cool.
Wow.
Anything but natural one. So, as you do so, once again, the air begins to bend around you, and it's a bizarre thing. This close to the obelisk, it's as if everything around you blows up like a bubble because the way that the space bends. If you ever look at the approach into a black hole, into the conical shape of it, everything becomes flipped and mirrored for a moment, and then you're pulled in complete darkness. Pulled elsewhere. Alrighty then. Blackness flashes white as you arrive at the other end of this wormhole. First, Isabel, you land feet first onto mushy ground. Behind you is a perfectly white space. Not even an orb, it is like looking at something 2D, but from whichever way you stare at it, it seems to appear circular to you. So supposedly an orb, or a trick of the eyes, but pure white, and this is where you sort of landed from. Shortly afterwards, as you take a look around, you can see panels, alien controls. Some of them are zapped with electricity and broken. There's a blinking light in one corner, and you hear a whooshing sound as the rest of the party feel a change of air pressure as you're suddenly hurled out of the wormhole's other end. And you two land upon soft, squishy ground made of slimy, unknown substance. So we have Damek, Brooke, and Damek.
Oh, boy.
I know he's on. He gets stretched a little in the interim. And Eric manifests beside you. Behind you hums a white orb that bends space around it as it floats several feet above the ground. Control consoles rest on either side of the room. One sparks violently, apparently damaged. The other has a blinking red light emanating from a flesh sphere at the console's center. As you appeared elsewhere.
Ugh. This place is disgusting. It's wet and mushy. I hate it.
Hunter, are we inside uterus?
Yeah.
It feels alive.
I think only Trent is the only one who gets that joke. I think he's the only one who played with Hunter. Anyway. Anyway.
The towards south, is this like a fleshy looking like aorta like door or something?
Yeah. Like a closed esophagus.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I don't know what to make of all this.
Eric
I've
is literally
never
cringing.
seen such a thing.
We should hit the red button.
Yeah. Abort.
Eric is literally cringing as they're like stepping on this fleshy floor, and he sees like the walls and stuff around them. And he looks back, and he looks to Damek and Isabel and says, "We can't just go back the way we came."
No, I don't think such a thing would allow us to. It'd spit us out somewhere else. But if the egg is down here, we need to find it. Figure out where everything is coming from. Isabel, you seem to be good with mechanics. Would you be able to help with any of this? The circuit board over there, or whatever, sparking. I wouldn't know how to fix it myself.
This kind of technology feels strange, alive. I'm Baldur's Gate in this, Tom. Let me know if I'm wrong. If I check this, are there any electronics or everything is like pulsating.
You play Baldur's Gate. I don't even need to describe it, but I will. It's very organic looking. Yeah, you're inside a snail shell. It's everything is made from muscle and sinew and purpley alien fucking. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like this is beyond
Not
anything I have seen.
not copper and wires. More so like literally like you're inside an organism. It sparks with energy because there's still some sort of a signal or something powering this thing, or from the way it's breaking. Also, I'm just giving you a visual indication that the console is broken. Don't touch, we'll zap.
Well, trying to study this one, can I make any sense of this console?
I'm gonna say it's like an intelligence, maybe even Arcana. You can add to it check to sort of determine the nature of this.
28.
28. Perhaps even at one lifetime, given your ambitions, you know what I'm talking about, Ivan, given your plans and how far into the past you've studied, you've known of Illithid technology. Well, this is not exactly the driving mechanism of this Illithid ship you find yourself within. You still recognize the horror that you find yourself within, and the purpose of the blinking button in front of you. The console module of controls, it controls the teleportation device behind you. Whatever this wormhole device is, it controls its polarity. Right now it is, as Eric said, it's set to deliver from one end into the ship. If you reverse the polarity, it will deliver outside. From black to white, just like black holes operate. It is currently set to receive entities from the other side. Most of the way you interact with this console is via sliding organ-like nodes, or otherwise a stick that is not ergonomically made for a human's hand, which, you know, in Illithids and witnessing them in some form or another, especially the giant one, you'd be able to put two and two together that it's more like meant for like tentacle grasp.
Okay. Well, I'll share that information with the group. And besides that, I'll share my vision about the Cyrock coming back to life, the Elder Brain.
Orcus manifesting himself through the portal. Orcus is a deity who's known throughout the realms. He is a demon prince of undeath who resides within the abyss.
Tom, could you maybe post it again for Nick?
Nick was here when I spoke about it.
Yeah, I was
sure.
sure.
Okay.
Keith wasn't here for my friend Nick. I'll post it again anyways for you, Megan, but here you go. Yes. I'll fill in gaps with information that is kind of sort of known to any character, any hero of this realm. If you know who Lathandra is, you know who Orcus is.
Yeah.
The yin to the yang.
But saying that, like, oh, the egg should be here in the ground, so someone must have took it. We should move fast and careful.
Well, hold on, but you're saying you ran into a Demogorgon earlier, and then now Orcus, another prince, is being summoned forth by, or he's manifesting, or he's using his powers to come into the material plane. That's by Lathander. That's too much. The demon princes are gonna fight over everything. They're gonna start under here, and they're gonna make their way to the top. That's unheard of. He's a foul being. Nearly almost every cleric of every faith has an overall hatred for the undead. They want those things to stay dead, souls to rest. But to bring that brain, that Cyrog, that's troublesome. I don't understand all of this though. Still, how are such Darrow and these Illithids involved in all of this still? I'm worried.
Me too, but we can ask Blinky later.
When we get back to the cave, we should definitely talk to her.
If we can get back, I hope so.
But
We
let's
can
try
reverse
to
the
make.
polarity.
Yeah, let's try to find the egg and see if we can find the owner of this place.
Do we try
Is
to
this-
open the esophagus or jump down the black hole? Or in this case, white hole?
Esophagus.
Yeah.
Always esophagus.
No, you have to go this way. That would be our after.
Yeah, but I think Meg is asking what are we doing now, right?
Are we going this way
We're going south.
or this way? This way. Okie dokie.
So
Who is gonna try and open the esophagus?
Isabel is trying to find the doorway, door knob to call it something. Is there any way to open it? Tom?
Give me 2 seconds. There is obviously a way to open it, if it is a door. What are you trying to do? I'm not gonna give you the answer. Like, there is a way to open it.
Well,
You can always say Eric slash.
yeah, like if I push
I
my
don't
hand
touch these things.
on it, does the door? It's soft. Does it go to the side, or it's firm and doesn't give way?
It's soft on the outside, and then it's like you're hitting bone past a certain gelatinous layer.
Well, I'll try to pull a bit the hand in the middle and try to pry it open to one side. If it's how I imagine it.
Make me a strength check.
Maybe it's just a push door.
I'll give you guidance.
Guidance. Thank you.
How do you guide a strength
maybe.
check?
Let thunder
It's all
inspire me.
technique. Technique.
Push,
12.
pull, sprite to the side, try as you
Yeah.
might. This almost like a camera eye, right? Like an aperture. This meat machination does not pry open from your mere strength. Whatever muscle holds it closed is much stronger than you, as you take the full skill of the creature within which you reside.
Plan B, Eric smash.
I don't want to touch this thing. Are we sure that console over there doesn't open the door?
I'd rather not experiment with it. I get what to do with it, but that's it.
Sometimes we gotta take a leap of faith here. We're caught between a rock and a hard place.
You
Fuck
two
it.
don't have any magic that can open the door?
I don't. I currently don't. Lathander hasn't guided me that far into his journey to see such magical abilities. If anything, then I'm gonna fucking start looking at a console and start pressing levers and opening buttons and
He goes
At-
right
At random?
I see a big red button.
Oh, first the big red button?
The what?
That's the one of the polarity.
Oh, that's the polarity.
Nick,
Well, then
tell
I'm gonna
me-
start looking for.
No,
I'm gonna start
no.
looking for a lever, or if I could like look at the flesh console and see if like a limb or like something is connecting into the doorway, like how you would find like conduit wiring to be like, oh yeah, that wire goes into here. It must go to that. I'm looking for something similar
You
to
look
that.
up on the
but with
wall, you
flesh.
try not to retch as you see like pulsating like nerves and veins, like
Yeah.
like a heart, and you're trying to like trail
I
one
don't
of them.
like it.
Two of them lead to the door. One of them which seems to, both of them seem to lead to and through the door. Sort of one organ leading to another, and it seems like if you press either of the two buttons corresponding to those veins, you will send a bunch of like purplish, bright pinkish fluid through the veins into the door.
Okay. I'm going to get my hand ready, and I say, Brooke, I need a hand. And then I just take her hand and just dive it into the whatever thing to activate it, hopefully. Trust me.
So
not easily
Using
grossed
her
out.
hand.
Okay.
Sacrifice?
if Brooke allows you to just do that, then we have two. You see the bright, familiar-looking pinkish fluid, the same sort of briny fluid you saw before in one of the visions granted you by those, intellect devour brains, travel to the door, but not into the veins of the door itself. It seems to have traveled past the door into the room beyond, and past the walls. You hear a squish as if you've just like opened some other orifice beyond the door.
Okay.
The other bottle still remains filled with pus for you to push.
Pandemic, your turn.
All right, I do it.
Do it, and you open the door.
There you go.
Those of you standing on this side of the room, looking into this side of the chamber, see that there's a sort of a twin lung sort of chamber here, and one of the openings yonder has opened with this fluid leading into it.
I'm trying to grab my button.
Okay. Oops. Oh.
You see something skitter from
It's-
beneath the... I'm gonna call it a grate, but it's not really metal. Grate-like shape. A little mouseling, but its cranium exposed. It just sniffles about, looking at you with blank white eyes, but seeing nonetheless.
Does it look
Can you
sentient?
give me
Like,
yeah. It looks like a rat
can you
with
give
its
me
brain
30 feet of
exposed.
light from Dawnbringer?
okay.
What'd you say, Eric?
He wants light from Dawnbringer.
I was asking Tom if you could give. Yeah, thank you. No, I could see.
It seems to be sniffing at a lot of you with seeing eyes. The exposed cranium sort of sparking with that purple light here and there.
Well, I'll take. I'll try. Have you seen an egg coming this way?
Let me check something real quick.
It's a rat. What's a rat gonna know?
Are you just yeah, again, you're just asking it,
Eric.
so
I'm ignorant. I'm just saying, like, it's a fucking rat. Weird looking rat.
an
Eric
image is
shrugs,
projected
it's like,
directly into your
animals know
mind
what
through the
eggs are.
telepathic link. You see a what I would describe as a beaked brain with tentacles wrap its tentacles around the red egg in the room where you just left. And your perspective that you're watching it is through rat's eyes, and it's watching through the grate as this creature, this hovering brain with a beak and tentacles, clutches onto the egg and makes its way through these doors.
On the other side.
Yes. You note that the creature did not press any button to get through the door. When it approached the door closed, you saw a bit of like undulation and pulsation and like sparks in its brain as if it was commanding the door mentally, willing it to open. The rat darts back into its hole.
I drop on the ground a little bit of food as a thank you for the information.
Gets out of the hole and picks up the bit of foot, like in the way that rat sort of back drags it, and quickly back into the darkness it goes.
What, so we just will our way through this?
Yes, I try to will force. Like I was connected with one of the mind witness. I'm trying to replicate that sensation. Is it possible?
And looking at the door, you just think, open?
Yes. Like.
A creature akin to what you just saw in the vision, flanked by two of those mind devourers on the floor, slowly pivots its sightless gaze towards you, toward the open doors, and seeing intruders upon its ship, it screeches like an eagle with a gurgle note at the end of it. Can I get a lot of you to please roll me initiative as you have encountered some hostile creatures upon the ship, alien as they look.
I'm just gonna go run and grab some water real quick.
You do that.
Nice.
I'm just curious. Do those tentacles move for you guys? Like, does my
Yes, and
cool?
it's giving me nightmares.
Good.
I don't see the tentacles,
Very soft room.
Soon.
but I'm sure Eric would be disgusted if he could see it.
Oh, okay. Is it dark for you? Oh, hold on. That's not correct. This ship
I
is
have 30
illuminated.
feet of
Yeah,
it.
hold on. This ship is illuminated. I just don't have daylight mode on. So there you go. You should be able to see now. It is like not brightly illuminated. It's very silent too. There's a constant like sort of buzz upon the air, but it's otherwise like a 60 hertz buzz, but otherwise very silent and very dimly illuminated by various effects throughout the ship, like the light coming from these force fields here and there and stuff like that. So you should be able to not brightly but see creatures around you.
Yeah, I can see them now.
Nonetheless, we have then initiative being ruled, and I guess we'll just wait for Megan to come back. I'm gonna get some water as well, and I'll
Go
be right
for it.
back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a beer.
I'm gonna get a beer. A beer, brother.
Noreen is getting serious. You know, I dance salsa and bachata because, you know, stereotypes.
Yeah.
But on the weekend I danced like one girl that is like super famous here in Australia. She just added me on my Instagram, and I feel like a fucking fangirl, like crazy, like
Oh,
my
yeah.
god, you added me, like it's so fucking weird, man.
You gotta go show all your friends and just like take a picture of the post and repost it and be like, oh my god, look.
Yeah, it's weird. But fun stuff.
Yeah. The creature before you is a grell that resembles a bulbous floating brain with wide, sharp beak. 10 long tentacles are made of hundreds of ring-shaped muscles sheathed in a tough, fibrous hide. Sharp barbs line the tip of each tentacle and inject what would look like some sort of a venom. Now and then, oh cool, now and then it can like retract barbs into its tentacles. That's kind of cool. To like sort of handle or like manipulate objects around it. As you see, it's like sort of like working its way around the ship. Like, also I'm gonna note something here. As you guys step into this room, there's like a whole bunch of actual like rubble as pieces of the roof of the ship have sort of collapsed. The ship is suffered damaged, if it wasn't already clear from the room beyond. Water's good.
Water is life.
This creature has no eyes and floats by means of a sort of a levitation. Sensing you nonetheless, so with either its keen hearing or otherwise. As you guys step through the ship, like the floor itself vibrates in response to your presence, and says a reverberation that it has received on its end. This whole thing, this whole hive mind sends shivers down my spine just reading about it. Ugh.
Yeah, and I'm discovering a new fear. Like I never thought I was put off by aliens.
I think my favorite part about alien ships like this, like the Illithid Nautiloids, is how quiet they are. Because these are all telepathic creatures, they never speak, so there's like very little ruckus. You, with your speech and all that, talking, are the loudest thing in this ship. Yeah.
Noise.
Grill are alien predators that group other creatures into 3 categories: edible, inedible, and great eaters. Those are rare creatures that might prey on Grell. You're either food, not food, or think I'm food. It's a very lizard folk way of thinking about things.
Yeah. That'd be true.
I really like the mind witnesses. They were cool, and
Yeah.
it's just like we roll really well.
Yeah.
That could have been so bad. Yeah. If we were just unluckier with our saving throws. If I had gotten banished, if people had gotten stunned. Would have been
Fuck
awful.
yeah.
Banish is really bad only if you let the caster concentrate on it for a whole duration.
Yeah.
If you break concentration, you come back, but if you let him, like, yeah, you just lose a character if you don't stop her in time. Like,
And also,
Eric's gone.
the intelligence saving throws, where if you fail, you can lose intelligence. That's scary.
yep.
I had Melina in Cotton use banishment on one of the creatures in the cave, and he was just gone forever. I was like, nope, goodbye.
Say hi to the planes.
Yeah, that's another thing. If I just like incapacitate everybody in party and then like just Eric left alive and nobody can stop me. That's pretty much what happened at Featuring Cotton. Do we want to keep combat going until Megan's turn and then just like wait for her to come back?
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, okay, she's back.
Oh,
In that case, I'm gonna have combat roll on ahead. The first of the very familiar creatures that know as Intellect Devours, the one behind a set of stairs here, detects your presence and go ahead and deliciously prowl forth, skittering across the floor, jumping on some of the rubble, and then as it leaps forth from the rubble, it just sort of hovers itself in place to levitate, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a Devour Intellect attack that's going to be a range of 10 feet from it. So let's measure here with my stick. 40 feet will approach within 10 feet of course, Isabel is the one to be so deliciously in range and so intellectual. This is going to be 10 feet here. Devour Intellect. The Intellect Devour targets Isabel. And Isabel must succeed on DC 12 intelligence saving throw against psychic damage and a reduction in intelligence. Fortifying your mind, having witnessed what you have, you resist the attack.
It has to be within 10 feet of us.
I am aware, and it is. So, with that being said, it will be Isabel's turn. Let's go.
Okay, Isabel's aim at the brain that is nearby and shoot at it immediately. As a response, those are 22 hits.
22 strikes at the fleshy, unarmored, exposed brain matter of this creature for how much damage total?
16. She gets behind the wall to make way to the party.
An awful cry emits from the grail-like creature, just sort of like. All right, let's go ahead and have it hover for 30 feet, and it has a reach with its tentacles. So it's gonna hover to take a forefront position. It's gonna strike forth with its reach of tentacles. To strike at one at Brooke and one at Isabel around the corner here. At Brooke's gonna be a 9 to hit. Isabel is gonna be a 9 as well. I'm just rolling terribly. And it lashes out at Isabel with a beak attack, pulling itself closer. And with its remaining movement, moves back. Isabel, if you have a reaction, you may waste it to strike at this creature. It's moving very fast.
Not a waste.
Moving very fast. It has a tentacles, using like maybe 4 or 5 of them to sort of stick itself with the barbs against the hull of the ship at various points, pulling itself like Dr. Octopus forward. So it's gonna be a armor class of 12 for all of these creatures.
Okay.
Fleshy unarmored.
No, I don't take the attack.
In that case, it'll be Eric's turn.
Eric is going to slowly approach this creature with Dawnbringer in his hand, and he's sort of like looking at the ground as he approaches it, trying to step on like the least squishiest parts of this ship. The entire time he's muttering to himself like gross, disgusting, abhorrent, gruesome, and all these similar words. And he's got Does a
Strikes.
14 hit?
Yeah, anything that beats a 12.
For 15 radiant damage. Another 12 radiant damage.
2 slashes singe through the fleshy brain substance. You even manage to shear off a few pieces to begin to hit the ground and squirms and animate into motion. It is a disgusting sight. As we have Brooke to act.
Brooke follows suit to Eric and goes here, and with her daggers, she will attack. And bonus action attack.
That all hits, damn.
For 19 piercing damage.
The creature cries out, sending reverberations throughout the ship, calling out to the hive mind, alerting the ship of intruders. The second of the small intellect devourers skitters forth, zigzagging across the ship, hopping up the stairs here to take a sort of up position and targeting Brooke with its devour intellect ability. Brooke, it's gonna be a DC 12 intelligence saving throw. Very easy save, but very bad if you fail it.
We don't have bless anymore because I'm going with it's been more than a minute since
It's been more than
Yeah,
that
it's
since
been
your
more.
initial casting of it, yeah.
12. Yay!
The creature then proceeds to move upwards up the stairs. It doesn't have enough movement to do so on its turn, but that's its intent, and you can see it. Damek, it is your turn.
15-foot cone. Right from here, so that's.
You can
Yeah.
measure cones with the measuring tools like this.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that then. So I'm going to move here, and then with Eric just giving like so effortlessly like flaws. See how she guides your hand effortlessly, and just a little something for Lathander too in there. And I'm going to cast Burning Hands. And it's a spell save, DC 14, and with that cone I had, I think that reached everyone. Fuck, where was it? Here. Yeah, 15-foot cone.
Cool. I have natural 20 for the big old Grell creature with a beak. The intellect devourers rolled 18 and 5. 5 on this one.
Okay, Burning Hands. Alright, 3d6 fire.
Sort of stunned from Brooke's fist attacks against exposed brain. It takes full 14 damage and burns up. The other one sense the pain and takes half damage.
Yeah, if they save, it's half.
7.
Okay. Use my movement, and that's gonna be it.
Cool. Your spell, thankfully, got rid of the intellect devourer that was about to leap upon Brooke's head like a head crab. So that's good. We have Isabel's turn.
Okay. So we'll shoot the Grell on front. Yep. Followed by it, you see Songbird doing the same. Throwing jolts of energy at it. No. So only 18 hits, 16 fire damage.
Singes and burns up the creature as it emulates, chars, and falls to the ground from its hover. Destroyed.
That's it.
As you see this one laying on the ground, you peer your gaze upon the intellect devourer that just died, and it seems to be like lying upon a force field just above the stairs descending down. Just hovering in there in midair. A second one of the Grails that was lying in ambush as it saw the ship under attack will maneuver out of its ambushing position to attack at Damek's back, trying to paralyze him with its tentacle strikes. I'm gonna make it stop whispering, but it did roll a 17 to hit against Damek. 17.
Fails.
Fails? Man, what is your armor class,
AC.
guys? Jesus.
18.
They all should be armor.
Level 4 or 5, whatever the fuck. Peak attack misses because my wound hit. Alright. Then we have Eric to react.
Eric is gonna carefully step over. What are they called? Growls?
Yeah.
Go over to this intellect devourer and
The first strike,
For
the radiant
15
blade
damage?
slices through it, bisecting the brain and destroying the creature. Its mind stirring no more.
and then make a quick step over to his left, attacking Bro for
Your sword stabs through the beak of the creature, straight through the brain, and you see all 10 tentacles go slack as it is destroyed.
God damn.
The ship seems to shudder a moment, feeling the pain of the hive mind. As we are out of combat for now, out of fire. How do you proceed from here?
I suppose if our goal is the egg, we should continue down here. Because that's the vision you saw, right?
No, it only passed through the door. I don't know what happened after it.
There's a way up, there's two ways down. The two ways down was to block by some sort of a force field.
You said the way
If
down
the-
south is by a force field?
Both. See these glowing
Okay, yeah.
spheres of energy above
I
the
was about to
stairs?
ask that next turn. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
So let's keep going forward. If it's not there, we can go back and check downstairs.
Sounds good.
these things look terrible in front of us. I hope they just leave us alone.
As Isabel and Eric proceed forth, the tentacles do wrap themselves around them, lashing at Atlas and the small ones, trying to bash the creatures to the floor. You get a sense that the way forth will be warded by the ship itself, and now it's aware of your presence. It will now allow you to proceed southward, lest you risk your lives.
Okay, if that's the case, can we push through the force field? Like I put a leg under one of the stairs. Does it pass?
It supports your way, like walking on solid stone.
I try to connect with the ship again once more and say like open. Okay. Does it react or not?
You don't note any veins or connections leading to these force fields from the ship. No, that's not true. Make me an intelligence contest, rather. You'll be contesting the original caster of the spell.
Okay.
You're essentially, you feel yourself contest against the pilot of the ship, the one who initially placed the spell on here, and I'm gonna actually make him roll, and we'll leave it up to chance. I'm just gonna check the modifier. Give me one moment. All right. Intelligence contest. +4. Whoever has casted this shield before you is much powerful in mental fortitude than you are. Perhaps the way to open it lies elsewhere.
Well, I think we can only go forward.
There's also stairs up here.
Ah, there. Ah, okay.
Yes.
I didn't got that part. Okay. I'll say stairs up. Anyone oppose?
There's also the fence, but that's your call.
Yeah, if these are stairs, I thought this was just like a little step up from like a platform down below to like this.
If you've
It's a
ever
long
been aboard a
corridor
ship
here.
or any similar construct, it's like you're inside the bowels of the ship, and these lead up to the upper deck.
Oh, then
For
yeah,
the
let's
egg,
go to
when
the
I
upper
put the
deck.
egg, we saw it go down here.
So
Is that we couldn't open this grate?
No, like the door opened and he continued this way.
just for perspective.
Oh. And yeah, let's just go upstairs real quick. We're gonna have to figure this out.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
This place is horrifying, and I want to find my way out of it soon.
Yeah.
Kind of let the visual sort of describe the room more than my words ever can. I think it's weird enough to just experience it visually. A chair with two nodes.
Oh, by the 9, what is it? Looking at like what's. I mean, I don't know. it's so alien.
Look at these little bump
Yeah.
holes.
Little bungholes.
Really too open.
So are these one door here and one door here? I mean, does anyone has extra gunpowder for when we leave?
That seems like
It-
you used it all.
Can we study the chair real fast, Tom? Like to see.
Yeah, just tell me what you're trying to
If
find
it's
out.
there.
It's a chair. Seems to be some sort of a captain's navigation chair, right? That seems to be damaged in places. The shell of it, the chitin at the bottom is cracked from, as if the whole ship has impacted and sent the chair sort of askew with the impact. Nonetheless, the two nodes upon it still glow and work.
I wanna try to check if I can decipher what the two orbs may serve for.
You can't. They're alien. They're glowing orbs,
Okay.
fleshy. It's kind of like looking at a transparent egg sac with like some veins working through it, and there's a glow from within it. Just tell me what
Yeah,
you're
this is
doing,
wrong.
and I'll tell you how the world responds. But
Okay, I'll touch one of the orbs.
as you
because
touch
I'm
it,
not
it's a
fine.
cool effect. Have you ever touched one of those like lightning bulbs, where like there's like lightning inside of them, and they arc
Yeah.
towards your finger? It's kind of like that. You touch the red one.
Yeah, the red one.
As you touch the red one, you see this orifice for yonder here, like an aperture opens up, like a window. It's if this is the navigator's chair, it opens up to show you the view ahead of the ship. Just past the threshold is soil, rock. You see familiar swirls in the rock too, familiar patterns, and from the very top of it, seeping phaserus. You're beneath the caves which you just came. This ship is buried beneath Gracklstugh.
Okay. I'll do the same, but with the purple one.
The door opens and you hear two dispelment noises as if shattering force fields have been disabled from downstairs.
Yay. Let's go back downstairs.
We should check this really fast, so we don't double back. Is there anything in this room?
The chamber contains a what looks to be like a tablet, a record written in the same sort of dotted language. Just staccato lines across it. The same sort of braille language you touched before, attached to a fleshy orb of some sort. Yeah. Otherwise, it's pretty spacious.
Okay. I don't think we have time to study it.
The shape of
Okay.
it kind of reminds you of an astrolabe. If you've ever been to like any library or astronomy tower or anything of the like, the dome of it, the shape of it, it kind of gives you that feeling.
Okay.
If
I'm gonna
that's
check it out. Fuck yeah.
if that's the pilot's chair,
go for
this could be some sort of a navigation room or such. Checking it out,
So,
you see the quality.
Do we know? Okay, I was gonna ask, like, do we know, like, 100%? Because you said we see the soil, like, we're 100% with the fact we know that we're below Gracklstugh, or if I was to open this, like, console and kind of see, would it kind of tell me where we're navigated, like, at in the Underdark?
The answer to the first question is I gave you that because that's like sort of putting two and two together, because you've been navigating through the Whirlstone channels for the past like 3 sessions now, which is how many hours in game. You recognize the same stone ahead of you. The window opens and it's just like the same pattern stone with those weird, unique whirls in it, and then just phasers seeping from the very top.
Okay. And then I want to interact with the console to see if there's like a log or anything, or to see whatever I can just decipher, like how the ship is remaining under here, its status, what the hell's going on.
Interacting, interfacing with it, like with your hands, like just tracing them over the.
Yeah, like if it's just like if it's like how you said, like with the disc that we have with the 4 lettering and everything, and running your fingers over it or anything, like I'll try and do that, see if I can, if it'll speak or however I can activate it.
You get a mental understanding in your mind, because telepathy is weird. It just projects some images into your mind that this is indeed a navigatory console that no longer works because the ship has crashed here, and is actually wounded, is how the ship defines itself. The ship has been wounded mortally, but nonetheless has memory, and this center here serves as memory, and you are able to access the very last few logs entered here by the few passengers still surviving, as they have formed some sort of a plan. You connect and begin to see the same visions from this supposed past that Isabel saw. You see the dead brain of Cyrog lying in its brown pool, the open portal, and through it Orcus pointing his wand, resurrecting the brain and ushering forth a new age to this illithid empire, this hive of Cyrog, a new age in undeath. But not everybody was with that plan, and those few fled aboard the ships, punching through in a panic to escape from this chaos. The ship unsuccessfully launched itself from Cyrog to this place, manifesting beneath the ground, piercing its antenna, the obelisk, the rocks of Whirlstone Tunnel. And from there, the machinations of the surviving illithids took place to make an illithid hive here beneath Gracklstugh, an infiltration and a plan involving an egg. And the last image that projects into your mind projects like a hologram onto the entire bulk of the ship. A plan. Oh, so vicious.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. As soon as I heard like the dragon egg and the obelisk and mind flares, I'm like, they're gonna have a fucking evil like brain dragon. I'm like, oh shit.
This is the consequence. Okay. Should you not stop them? Together. Should you not stop the egg? This is their divine plan, their grand design. And with those words echoing your mind, the apparatus closes itself to you.
Okay. It still leaves the question of why did they want to break away from Orcus and, you know, Cyrog and everything and form their own plans. This isn't the other illithid that the party ran into earlier. There's nothing mentioning the Enlightenment guy.
A image flashes into your mind. You're still interacting with the console, still connected with it within this room, and you see one of the illithids running away from Cyrog. Fuck, this is hard because you haven't met him. But I guess I did describe him, and this console is smart enough to understand what you're saying. Also, I'm just going to do a cool thing here as a DM and just give you the answer, because your party's going to be there to help you give you the answer as well, I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
What was his name? Qualix? I don't remember his name right now. Was an illithid from Cyrog who escaped. Not aboard a ship, but via other means. For briefest flashes, you see him running away from the colony as more and more of this undead cult spreads throughout, the influence spreads throughout, and a few renegade illithids did not accept undeath onto themselves and have run away. Some scheming, some joining more what's the word I'm looking for? Good causes. Okay. These illithids here on board the ship are committing, you know, what illithids do, a spread of a colony, evil, trying to dominate minds. The illithid the party met seemed at least to save them, to treat them with good reverence, and to work with the Society of Brilliance, right? Which is group
Yeah,
of
that's
monsters united to solve problems in the Underdark. So perhaps now you have received a question of what it is exactly is the problem he's trying to resolve. As a last thing I'm going to note as you're interacting with the console here, gotta switch the music a little bit to something more calm and alien. You detect one of the console's purposes is to operate as a signal blocker to stealth the ship. You're able to pry into it to detect that it's currently shielded by a non-detection spell-like effect. If you were to simply press onto that with your will and will it to be disabled, you can switch this off or keep it on. It is up to you.
I'll make that known to the party, everything you said, but then I'll also let them know about the switch. Keeping this thing hidden, it'll... What am I trying to say? Any input while I try to think about what I'm trying to fucking ask.
Yeah.
Whether you want to stealth it or unstealth it.
I'm trying to think.
I feel like if we unstealth it, we'll have more of a likely story to bring back to Blackskull and to the rest of the Dwagar. And they'll be able to
Perhaps.
make this problem known to them. They'll see it. They'll be able to
Perhaps.
understand what we've been through.
Perhaps we should wait to unstealth it when we're ready to leave.
We may not get the
Maybe-
chance to come back this way, though.
Lest the horde
Yeah.
of Darrow or Intellect Devourer controlled Great Ghosts come this way.
Well, they already know it's here, I would think, the way that Blinky acted. Maybe not all of them, but at least the higher ups. So I think that we should unstealth it.
Yeah, I don't think we could get another chance to do it if we go down. So stealth it.
All right. Then the vote has been cast, and then I'll look over to the console and interact and mentally and unstealth it.
Shortly after you commit to that act, you feel another presence look at you through the console orb, like an entity watching through a camera. You see a face flash before you, hooded, with eyes gleaming eerie green color, like so. And you know you're being watched. You're being traced throughout the ship. This alien mind, the owner of this grand construct that you find yourself within. It pleads you with less emotion and more so logic for a chance to leave this place and run as far from it. Live and let live, it offers you. Trying to reason with you. Not wanting to fight, but to survive.
Never. To raise such an abomination, to take that dragon egg and to turn it into a creature,
You freak.
to harness it to your will.
You fucking freak.
You freak! You fucking hate!
That's all you could say to. I don't want to spoil it. Anyways, you didn't play Baldur's Gate that far enough. Anyways.
Yeah.
As soon as you call it, like, you know, abomination, it's like, okay, well, there's no sense stuck in this one. And it cuts off the connection. Yeah. But you get a glimpse of the face of what lies ahead. Oof.
Can it be destroyed? The console? This console?
It's made from a destructible fleshy material. It's still projecting that holographic image of the last log entry, the grand design for Gracklstugh.
Yeah. I'll put my hand on it and cast Choking Grasp.
Actually,
to try to...
quickly before
go ahead.
that,
I pulled the trigger.
quickly, yeah, I pulled the trigger. No, that was no. So many questions.
Yeah.
Before after he like fades out and everything, just looking at it and seeing over, is there like, I'm not gonna say like, hey, they put in big bold words, here's their grand master plan, like, but is there anything that's giving hints to like what their next move would be? Obviously with like the brain dragon and everything, but is there anything that they're trying to do like on like a little log or anything?
You continue tracing your fingers through this language and get a sense of any creature, giants included, you witnessed this, can undergo the process of ceremorphosis if introduced to the brine pools, the birthing grounds. Located aboard the ship.
Gross.
Oh,
We gotta get
shit.
rid of it.
Yeah.
I make that known.
The dragon egg will hatch if you introduce it to a heat source hot enough. But if you instead, introduce it to a more abhorrent process like ceremorphosis by letting a tadpole invade an egg, the consequence and result will be gruesome.
Oh my god.
Gotta go find it.
Yeah, by
Yeah,
the
let's
nine. We
go.
have to hurry.
Yeah.
Okay. We know what they're trying to 100% do now. I knew I had to do something with that fucking dragon. I was like waiting. Okay, let's go. We gotta go.
No problem. So, proceeding forth with your tokens down here, the 2 force fields have been disabled with the path downstairs unveiling itself to you. If I am following the party correctly, you all want to proceed downstairs, so I'll easily just simply copy and paste your tokens down the set of stairs, let's say the left one, doesn't really matter, as you manifest over yonder.
More stairs.
You see a grandiose chamber with more stairs leading down a big old sarcophagus aperture like a muscle with a swarm, well, I'm taking like 70, 100 rats swarming the body of a Deru that has found its unfortunate end here. There are nibbling and gnawing at its corpse and self-distracted by the body lest you attract their attention somehow. Otherwise, there are 4 doors to the north, and the entire chamber lies in ruins. This ship is not seeing flight anymore, but still serves as a base of operation for these alien creatures.
Well, we need to start looking and making our way. I don't know which. I don't have any plans or anything, so we're gonna have to start looking into every corridor that we can find, and find anything else that can help us along the way.
Does your magic has any way of helping us to find it?
I don't have anything that could locate or pinpoint such a thing. I guess we could have checked the console to see maybe if there was a map.
Going with we're not high enough level for anybody to know locate creature.
No. I'm not a Wanger.
No, I knew that
But-
spelled the cleric in our last
No, I know.
campaign.
No, I don't have it.
Well, we should-
Isabel,
I think that's a like a level.
Before we
like
enter any of
5
these
spell,
doors.
if I remember correctly, it's like 4 or 5.
Tell me.
before we enter any of these doors, can you rejuvenate me, please? I did take a lightning bolt fighting that warlock.
Oh, I mean, this thing is casting that all the time, so every minute. So at some point it will be max damage.
So
It's silly.
cheap.
I know, man. I know. But it lasts an hour. So when the hour is on, I have to use resource to bring it back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll swing open this door.
Sure. You will it open, sort of like traveling through astral. Everything here is through the mind, and as you will it open, it does so. You see a large dome, like a bulbous pus, that contains what looks to be one of those Grell creatures hibernating within. It's like an incubation chamber of some sort.
Close the door.
It's not. Yeah, close. I will you to close.
You guys don't want to kill the creature?
If it's not attacking us, I don't think we need to go out of our way to destroy each one of these if the ultimate goal is to just destroy the ship.
Yeah, get the egg.
These
Leave-
aberrations, they communicate with each other telepathically through walls and seemingly through great distances. Perhaps if we make an enemy down here, it'll wake them up from their pods.
Exactly, so we shouldn't do that.
Well, he's basically saying there's a security force. Once we go down to another level or anything we're found, they're just gonna call upon them, and then they're gonna swarm from behind.
But do we really have time to fight them on every level?
Yeah, I'll say let's try to find the egg. I understand the risk of letting it be, but it's time.
The egg is pretty important. If it undergoes Ceramorphous, the whole Underdark's gonna be in chaos. Now with Orcus here, foul demon.
You
I
open up
don't know what will happen.
that door and you see the same sort of construct, but it has been opened. The way I represent on the map is with a black hole, but imagine that the entire thing has sort of lost its dome structure and there's a little bit of that bright, like red liquid on the floor. Whatever creature is contained within this pod has either escaped or has been let loose.
Okay, so we are like in the chambers. I'll open the other two doors now.
You see an illithid suspended within. It's clutching with within its hands, 4 fingers upon each hand. It's clutching a glass-like jar, maybe glass, maybe crystal, some transparent solid material that holds the decapitated head of another illithid, has been sort of withered away, and it sort of lies there suspended, eyes open but staring upwards in this hibernation.
Unless someone wants to get in, I'll close the door.
Last one?
Last one is another incubation chamber. There's a symmetrical design.
Just a brain inside or just incubation chamber?
It looks like, you're not sure what a specimen is, but it looks brain at its core.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Brain.
Okay, brain. That's good.
Yeah.
I wanted...
It's their fridge. It's the pantry. Yum yum.
So do we go downstairs or do we try to go through the next esophagus? Past the rats?
I'm
We
worried
can ask
that
the rats.
Are we sure that's a door, not just a wall?
no, it's like another. He described it as another like esophagus door.
I'll do again the connection with the rats and ask them if they have seen the egg being dragged.
Ever obedient to any creature that is capable of communicating with them. They're just subservient creatures. They have no will of their own. They will answer you, giving you a vision of that same grail-like servant hovering down the set of stairs. But unlike the open set of stairs that you see to the other side of you, the gill-like structure was initially closed. Imagine like a flat floor, and then like gills has sort of shifted down, and like slot by slot has become stairs, like an organic organ moving. The ship.
Can we tell if that's in this room?
Yes, that's describing the very room you're standing in. Giving you the insight that all the stairs that you've descended up and ascended upon are all appendages of the ship that it is controlling. If it didn't want you to go somewhere, it wouldn't let you. It's letting you descend.
Tom, ¿por qué?
Pour toi.
Okay. I understand. We may be walking into a trap, but I see little options. We need to find the egg.
Scouting ahead down the stairs, the group bunches up, and I shall reveal to you what lies below. Another floor.
Look on these signs.
Trap or not, it's
Another floor with more stairs.
Yes.
As you make your way down the stairs of yonder, you step into a blind room. Eric steps right into the puddle.
Oh no.
into the birthing place.
Shit.
Were you supposed to have vision?
As Eric steps into the
I don't have vision. Oh, there.
The smell of
as
salt and
Eric steps into the
brine.
puddle, he like audibly curses. Wow.
Dead tadpoles like
stepping out
little
of it.
maggots just pulling at him, swimming within the shallow pool here, and some of them within the edges have already dried out and died. Other living ones are swimming all throughout this chamber.
Okay. Does anyone see an echo? Any of those?
Is it kind of like a cleared liquid by any chance, or is it like super like?
It's a
and
semi-clear.
viscous.
It's pinkish and orangish, sort of like staring at fuel, spilled fuel. It shimmers and changes color by the angle.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
it's clear enough to see the bottom.
Is this
Yeah.
is this fuel, or is this like juice? Flammable.
It's sip and find out. I don't know, dude. Is it sippy? Sippy juice?
Is it sippy juice? Okay. Well then, fuck this. I don't like anything on this ship. This is a horrible plan.
Destruction.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking start. I'm gonna see if produce flame will set this shit on fire and kill the tadpoles and shit.
So what are you setting on
Wow.
fire?
I'm gonna set this brine pool. I'm gonna come down here first and launch it
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, I was
but
gonna say, did you ever do that in Baldur's Gate? Like initially when the game starts, did you ever set one of those things on fire?
no.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's like the earliest way you can TPK yourself.
Nice.
So as you hurl like a produce flame bolt onto like this pool beyonder?
Yeah, it just like manifests like a ball of fire, and then you just kind of lob it in.
Yeah, so as soon as it touches the surface, it ignites and then implodes. It's like you set benzene on fire, and it's the huge brazier now that flashes out in an explosion like 20 radius, sending like a brazen heat against your skin and absolutely shattering this side of the room, setting everything on fire there. I'm gonna say it's gonna be like a 40 by 40 square foot of fire as you've set the ship on fire.
Cool.
Cool.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna do my best to catch one of the tadpoles.
Make me a sleight
Or
of
they
hand
don't-
check. They're pretty fast fucks.
Fast fox. Sleight of hand. 20.
20? Yeah, you manage to clutch one of them, and it continues biting at your fingers. It's like sort of bending its body around like a maggot would and just biting at you time and time again. You are not the handler of this creature originally, and it recognizes your scent, trying to stretch itself toward your eyeballs, toward your nostrils. And
I'll put it on a vial.
Alright. It
Um,
continues
that's-
clinking against the glass.
Oh fuck, I love this image, but I'm scared as fuck.
I think Megan never saw Ceramorphos's maggots, did she?
No.
I'm not sure what it looked like. Just give her the heebie-jeebies because it's funny.
Eric is cringing, and he looks a little bit judgmentally at Isabel. She takes one of the tadpoles. Like, why do you want to keep one of those things?
There's so much to learn out of it.
Yeah, but it's dangerous. If one of those things was to infect someone, it could destroy a whole fuck ton of people,
What's it not linking?
creating one
More
illithid.
than dangerous,
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
I love the. Oh fuck, I
More
hate
than dangerous,
that
it's
image.
disgusting.
Eric is still in princess mode.
Can't wait to get out of here.
Excuse me.
Through the door.
Yeah, let's go through the door, cause I have maybe.
Wheeling the door to open, you see another set of consoles. Greater one. This is where like the engineering quarter would be, from what you can tell with your artifice mind there, Isabel. The door is shattered, allowing you to face exposed earth if you wish to borrow your way out of here. You never know when you have a druid in the party or whatever. So there is an alternative exit here if you wish to borrow through earth. Otherwise, looking around the module, I'll explain this investigation because you guys have the time to investigate. You find both the controls to the polarity are located here, and the controls to the northernmost door over here. And all the while, the fire in the room spreads as you've set the ship aflame.
Yes.
Damn it, you mentioned that the plans these aberrations have is to turn the dragon egg into an aberrant dragon. Do you know how long it would take one of their tadpoles to do that?
I'm no connoisseur in these arts. It's nothing that I've really studied or anything. Maybe people, it takes days, but with the baby dragon, it could take just as long, if not shorter. I don't know, but to reach in adulthood would take some time. But I'm at a loss. I'm not sure. Either way, we need to try to retrieve the egg and at least salvage it for what's to come from Gracklstugh and Thundershard. But if it's already been undergone Ceramorphous, and if it's even become like a youngling, a drake, or whatever it is, we need to destroy it. Well, we need to get out of here soon. Can't let such a place fucking live or even fucking exist.
Meanwhile, as well as over here, like, I'm gonna become half illithid.
Slurp, slurp.
Yeah. Illithid. I'm sorry. I
So-
apologize, YouTube. I've learned the pronunciation today.
So what are we looking at in here? More controls? Do I need to stick my hand in something?
Big bright red button.
Self-destruct initiated.
Yes. Battle ensues, and we're just like, we're against the timer now.
A lot of the console is broken. The two operational buttons are the reverse polarity for delivering things in and out of the space, which would explain how things were delivered via the obelisk. And the door controls are still operational. Everything else is kind of either too alien or too broken.
Okay, then we're gonna try and open this up to the south then, see where that goes.
Well, to the
Or-
south,
or
I
you
said the door is shattered from the impact, and you see
Okay.
like a face of earth that you can dig through if you want to burrow out of here, right? As an alternative way out.
Oh, I thought you said it was just going down, like, into
door's to
Earth,
the
like it
north.
was... Yeah. Okay, then fuck it, we're gonna go to the north then. We need to go keep looking for this thing.
Gotta unlock the door first.
Yeah, let's unlock it then.
I was mute. That explains so much. If I look at the ceiling tomb, is there any trace of the Grell?
Like creature hiding? What?
Yeah, like a creature hiding on the ceilings.
No.
Okay, I don't know. I'm paranoid at this point.
Good eye. No.
Eric gestures for someone to unlock.
Okay, I unlocked the door to the north.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
I'll do whatever.
browsing around, you eventually find the right button, and because this whole like a mental ship communicating with you, you get a mental message showing you the door is indeed unlocked. And as it opens, wheeling itself to show you what beyond, silhouetted by the flames of yonder, you see an enormous pool befit for one of those elder brains, or perhaps an elder brain dragon, hovering upon an area of tentacles controlled by the ship. Is that very same illithid who stared at you through the orb upstairs, guarded by two Umber Hulk creatures, bug-like and chitinous. And more of those mind flare intellect devourers skulking the various edges of the chamber. This is the heart of this place. And to put an end to the grand design, you will have to face this foe come next session.
Yeah, damn.
Damn it.
Oh man, we can't do it now.
I mean, we can
No,
if you.
it's gonna
guys,
take
it's
a
up
little
to
bit.
guys. Yeah.
Nick, do you have faith, man? Like, don't you think like we can make it fast?
Of course I got fucking faith, dude. Lathander's just shining down on me right now. He's like, yeah, you cannot let these creatures fucking live, dog. If you don't do this, your powers stripped. I smite thee.
The doors open and the creature goes, "Oh shit, they have flame magic. I didn't think about this." While I'm standing in a pool of fuel for.
Place up.
The entire place is burning.
Yeah.
I would because I
Yeah,
wouldn't
charge
be able
forth.
Yeah.
to make session next week, which is why I'd like to do it now. If everyone else is okay with it.
What thing, sir?
You said you're
Go
not
ahead.
going to be here.
Oh.
Yeah, next week I wouldn't be able to make session, which is why I'd like to do it now if other people.
I
Could
really
we-
want to swing sword at this guy, man. We can just delay the next session. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, could we move the session a different day, or are you gone like all week?
We can figure it out. Either way, like Megan has to go,
I'm
Nick
gonna
has to
be
go.
gone
This
all
is kind of
week.
like
I'm going
a
camping.
yeah.
Pull
Point.
through if
Okay.
if the whole group wants to keep going.
No, it's okay. Nick and you have to go, so it's fine. I get it, and it will take minimum an hour. Okay. So,
It's a boss fight. It will take a little bit of time, and we better do it for fresh. It's fine. We can either delay the next session or reschedule it. We will figure it out. If you want us to wait, we'll wait. It's fine. It's just D&D. We'll wait.
Yeah, I would like to, wait for everyone because Eric's also nice and strong, healthy boy with the sword. But more importantly, like,
He's not as healthy right now, but
yeah.
Good.
But I'm saying, like, Lorian, do you want to move it to a different day? Do you want to do Monday or Wednesday, or is just next week not good at all?
next week is just not gonna be good at all, unfortunately. I'm
okay.
going camping.
It's okay. We can suffer a little bit, or I can suffer at least.
We can try.
Suffer.
No, we can get like a game night, like for the rest of us, or doing something, or
Yeah, I'm down for game
a
night.
one shot or something, or I don't know. I mean, I know that's not a lot of time on that.
One
portion
shot.
now,
All right, fine.
Yeah. No. I'm just saying, like, we can wait. I would very much like to everyone be a part of this. This is a really cool moment.
Yeah, but Nick is like, make my origin story.
No, not even, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
side quest, Zavik. But no, we can do something else, or we can just push back the session or something.
I love
Yeah,
that
sounds
we
good.
all have crown. Oh. And Isabel's crown is on her gun. It's so cute.
I just miss that your tiny mouse doesn't have it. Nibbles.
No. Poor Eric is blinded.
I'm Millennia, Blade of Michaela.
Yeah.
I hate Millennia.
And I never
She's the
know
worst.
defeat.
Yeah, he nibbles his crown.
Yeah, she made me experiment defeat like 3,000 times in an hour.
Dude, to be honest, after you do the DLC, Millennia is like
Jeez, yeah.
not even that
Soft.
bad now.
Yeah.
There's the end boss is like the fucking most difficult thing ever. It is just punishing.
I saw a meme the other day. It's like men be like, "Okay, I'm done with work. Time to de-stress." Logs into
Yeah,
it.
it's like the most stressful game.
So
I literally said the same
game.
thing to my friend this morning.
Time to relax. Loads up
Yeah.
Elden Ring.
Time to relax, punch his table.
Sounds good.
Just, like, I'm doing mine D&D, and I'm like, how the fuck are we gonna kill and eat it? Illithid.
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 Yeah, I always thought it was Illithid, but it's Illithid.
I thought it was Illithid too.
No, but then I heard it like in Baldur's Gate, and I was like, no, that sounds a lot more correct. It's because it's an illness. You're becoming Illithid. Like it's yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I'm glad you guys are enjoying what is essentially homebrew at this point. I added like a little chapter for because I even want Mind Flayers. I was like, it's the Underdark. Where else Mind Flayers if not the Underdark? And plus, I've already played through Gracklstugh and these tunnels with me, so I want to change it just as part of the adventure ops, so it's not like boring 5 and me, frankly.
Yeah.
To make it something even bigger and better, and to actually connect. Like, why did it? I never understood. Like Ivan, whenever like we played, like why did they need a dragon egg?
Man, I didn't understood anything. Remember,
the
like,
DM was awful. Yeah.
we didn't know it was a dragon egg, or
Yeah.
we weren't told.
Fucking DM was like, yeah, here's a quest. What are we stealing? Oh, a big ruby gem. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then we find out with Dragon Egg, I'm like, our quest giver lied to us. Why would we trust them? Why would we report back to them? We could just keep this egg and not trust them. And then he had them show up. just manifest in front of us. Because they were invisible the whole time. I told Nick this already. They were initially like, oh, we can't venture in these tunnels because the Daryl are dangerous and they're like, hostile toward Dwagar, and we can't go invisible around them because they detect invisibility and all that, right? So we can't go there. And then like turns out the quest giver was with us the entire time invisible. And I was like, this is so dumb.
Christ.
So I just want to change it to something that's bigger. And also I really want to give up Cyrog because that's actually not in the module, but in lore. Cyrog is part of the Rage of Demons event canon. And
Oh really?
Yeah, it's part of the intro, and the intro that clip I use is from the Neverwinter games, where they had Cyrog, and it is literally like Orcus invades Cyrog and turns an illithid colony, like illithid, undead, and I initially wanted to introduce you guys to it via Gracklstugh when you guys first met him, but then I was like, you're level 3. I'm not gonna put him against a colony at level 3. Level 5, you guys are starting to show your true worth. These creatures I'm putting you guys against are like CR6 each, so I'm like, I was a CR12 plus encounter, but CR is bullshit. So next session I'm gonna be like,
dragons. 3 dragons.
I'm gonna just throw like unlimited at you guys and see how that works out. Not too much.
Yeah. We definitely used up like a lot of our luck in this session. We were like never rolling.
You were rolling 20 plus against everything. I'm rolling 11. I can't hit, and you guys save against everything. And my things are save or suck because they should be. Psychic damage is. If you're resilient, you don't suffer anything. If you're not, you suffer like 27 damage to the face, or like your intelligence gets reduced by 6 or some shit.
When I saw those saving throws, I was like, oh god, that's gonna be really bad. And for like the very first round, you kind of like went easy on us because you had them target the saves that each of us were good at. But then I was honestly so worried about those saving throws.
Beholders attack raise, like all beholders, like their staple is that their eye raise, many attacks, all of them random. I never get to choose what I attack with, and I don't get to choose my really target. I just, lowest number is the closest proximity, and then just kind of radiates from there. Some DMs roll dice, but it's pretty much like shooting everywhere all at once. That's what the beholder is. It's such a fun monster to run every time, because it's literally like, it does the thing for me, and things happen. And yeah, if you luck out, I target all your strengths, but I have like an attack for each of the stats, like intelligence, charisma, strength, whatever. I have a rate for each, so you never know what you get. Yep.
Yeah, I was really scared when I saw those rays shooting out at first. I was like,
disintegrate.
Oh, no.
I got
my poor fighter with only a +1 in wisdom and a 0 intelligence, and then the banishment came out, and I was like, oh no, and we got so lucky the entire time. That could have been so bad.
Less for the save.
Yeah, blessed you be popping.
Looking, Nick is gonna watch the beginning of the session. He's gonna laugh because you guys came in with like no plan at all, and then the Megan was like, "Well, the plan didn't work. So much for a plan." I'm like, "There was a plan? Like you guys went there with the rock, ungagged. Like we're gonna kill them all. Alarm! They're not killing us." Poor Glabagool. Glabagool's awesome if you guys actually use him strategically.
We did. He opened the door for us.
Yeah, no, I mean like in comic though. I meant the door is great. Yeah, DM's NPC solved the door puzzle for you guys. Anyway, but just picklock it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean in golf it's really strong.
But in golf, yeah, that was what I'm saying. Like, and the fact that he's so large and people cannot go through him unless they get damaged is such a unique companion that you don't get in other modules. That I was thinking the other day, I was like, I would allow my players to like use Glabagool as a cushion for like a high jump. If you like jump for like 3 stories up and you want to jump into Glabagool, you just take the acid damage inside of him, but like you don't take the fall damage. Or use him as cover. That's another thing. He'll take damage for you.
Cover is good.
Because you have total cover while inside of him, so he'll just take the damage for you. You take acid damage inside of him, but if you're dodging like a dragon's breath. Yeah.
You just hope that the goo doesn't melt away.
That's kind of like a funny thing about the D&D movie. If you guys watched it, there's a part where the heroes are in like in a maze and they're dodging out of the way of a displacer beast about to leap on them, and they dodge into a gelatinous cube. That hurts them. The movie shows it hurts them. The damage of a gelatinous cube is a lot higher than that of a displacer beast. That's something that a lot of D&D fans pointed out, included during the movie. Good movie though.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
I liked it.
Yeah, that's fun.
A lot of Easter eggs in that movie too.
Yeah.
They had like rust monsters at one point in
Yeah, I did see
Waterdeep,
that.
and I was like, haha, rust monsters. Or like the portrait of Volo.
Yeah.
The portrait they were using to like the teleport around. That was Volo Tramp. Good stuff. But anyway, thanks for playing. I'm not gonna keep you guys held any longer if you gotta go. I'm just here to answer questions if you guys have them.
No, I'm ready for next session. But if we can't do it next week, then we can.
I can do a one shot. I can do a heist instead, so like Lori doesn't have to miss the main campaign, and we can just do a heist. Just let me know. We
can do that, or we can play some party games, or
like Jackbox.
I'd have to download it, but I mean,
It
if
is,
there's anything else.
Hmm.
That or whatever.
You don't have to download it.
Backbox
I have it.
only
I can stream it on Discord. You just need to go to the website and just log in, and you join the room.
Oh.
I'm streaming the main screen of the game, but your end is like you're playing. The whole thing about Jackbox is you don't have to own it. It's a party game that you bring to parties,
okay.
and you log in on your phone, but you can also log in on your computer through their Jackbox.tv website. And yeah, but I own like almost all of them, so whatever works.
It is possible that I would also be unavailable the week after. So I mean, if you guys want to not miss 2 weeks of session, you can go ahead and play without me.
I have an alternative. So this is something I suggested a while ago, but you guys said no to it back then. I have a one-shot planned that is a branch of the Out of the Abyss adventure of heroes joining Gracklstugh, the good mind flayer from the Society of Brilliance, on his quest to liberate Cyrog, or at least, fight the Demon Lord Orcus. That one shot is shaped for high level characters, and it's meant to be like a side story, or as an extension for the lateral half of this adventure. Personally, I would rather just run as a one shot because Cyrog is really far away from here, like on the map. So traveling there realistically, I can't expedite it, but I don't want to. And it will be cool to see how, like, you guys are not the only ones fighting this incursion of the Abyss. You have the Drow fighting it, you have you guys fighting it, and you have like other heroes helping Gracklstugh and Cyrog, the colony. He's like, Cyrog should be dead or whatever. Return him from undeath back to the natural cycle, and let my colony rest.
Preparing my paladin already.
And that can be like a two-parter one-shot if you guys want to do it. Think about it. If you'd rather just do a party game, I'm fine with that too. I'm just saying options. Like, I have it ready. I have it written up.
I'm good with that one. I like the idea.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
You guys decide. You guys have a week to think about it, and it will give you guys an opportunity to play one-off characters too. Because I'm thinking it's gonna be like a level 8, maybe higher adventure, 9-ish, whatever. I'll look into it again. I can always just use higher CR monsters, but it's definitely gonna be like higher level, like tier 2 or 3, and just give you guys a prodigious experiment with something that was like on like a character concept on the shelf that you want to try out, but didn't want to have a whole campaign with it. Just fuck around. You can't even be like funny characters. I don't care.
Yeah.
And it'll be like literally like the point of the one shot will be like slay Orcus.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Because disappointingly, as written, the module does not have Orcus. Even though he's like one of the most No, he doesn't. It doesn't have a lot of the demon princes in this whole story. And it frankly should, in my opinion, because he's one of the bigger ones. They've done them dirty. It's just like this scene that keep like flashing in front of you guys is show later in the adventure, doesn't matter, as a one-off scene, and that's it. And you never encounter him again. And I'm like, that's lame. Let's fight orcas.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Like, Demon Priest of Undeath will have a chance to face off Demon Princess and know what's come, sort of thing. So you guys discuss that, or we can do a heist. I'm more than happy to do like one of those like keys from the Golden Vault heists. Ivan was already in one. It was pretty great, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, running it, but yeah. And that's a little bit more casual. It could be just funny.
Yeah, it
or
was
we
quite
can
funny.
just do Jackbox. You let me know. Whatever it is.
Yeah, we could take a vote then.
Yep.
See through this week. Unless I'm really good for anything, but I would like the whole party to be here for the.
Oh
big
yeah,
boss
and
battle.
unfortunately, next session, I'm working one of those awful 12 hours, and I can't leave early, so it's gonna be a short
Yeah.
session anyways. Actually, so
Okay. Makes sense. That
so
works.
we can do the one shot the week after, since Lorian's gonna be gone for 2 weeks. So that gives me time to write it and stuff, because I'm working like six days in a row, 12-hour shifts, so that sort of cuts into my time writing extra stuff for a one shot. So that gives me time if we do it the week after. And then next week, because I'm coming later, like after 7, we can just do like Jackbox or something and just chill.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan?
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
And I apologize, YouTube. I know my 2 dear subscribers. No session next week. Oh. I just lose like 100 subscribers out of nowhere or something. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Oh, cool.
No, but it was a really cool session. Like my stomach is like on so much pain from stress.
Yay, causing pain to my players. That's what's all down. I love it. Damn. Schadenfreude. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. Like I find that people like players that enjoy homebrew more than written modules.
Depends who's homeworking it, I guess.
Well, in my experience, I can only speak from my experience. Yeah.
You're very creative, very thorough in your homebrew, so it's very good.
It does not describe any of the maps. You're very thorough. Like you guys walking in, just look around. Look how weird this is. Look at this shit. How weird tentacles. I'm not gonna describe it because sometimes I talk too much. I find like I watch the videos and I'm like, they're not even listening to me. They're just waiting for me to finish talking. So I'm like, I just let them explore. Cool. All right. If nobody has any stars or wishes or questions, then I'm just gonna cut recording and then get things off record then.
I'm gonna give a star to Isabel for the Vortex Warp play on the Warlock. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Vortex Warp was a good move.
With each session, I'm
Bring 'em
starting
in.
to regret permitting you using spells from six. I know it's fun and you're using resources, but I'm like, well, if she didn't have that, she wouldn't be able to like finish the fight. But then again, I'm not losing anything. I'm not DM. I'm not here to win.
Yeah, if she would have done that, like, Brooke would have just used her like step of the wind and just like
Yeah. So
dash jumped all the way up there.
I mean,
The
jokes
next
aside,
move,
me being a little shit aside, it's like whatever you use, if you start using teleportation, that's why I gave this custom homebrew monster of mine Displace. I gave it consequence. If it fails, it suffers psychic damage because it fails the intelligence contest. But I also gave it teleportation abilities to sort of counter that. So whatever I'm gonna give, I'm gonna also apply to my monsters and see. If we ever encounter something that's just not found on both sides, like, I don't know, a certain spell comes to mind, called Silver Barbs, but you know.
Teleportation that I just ignored.
I also don't use a lot
Tried to
of
teleport away.
the things that I wanted to use from this monster. I love it. It had 3 legendary actions, and I keep forgetting to use them, so I only used 2 per round or something like that. One of them is called Negate Spell, which is my version of. I like it better than Counterspell, because Counterspell feels like ass. It's like, oh, I'm going to waste resources to essentially fail a spell and eat a spell slot of the enemies. But that wasn't the player's agency. That wasn't their intent. So, like, my plan was like negate spell. Like, I negate your spell, it cancels it, but whatever spell slot you use is not spent. I just stop you from casting a spell before you cast it. You still get your spell slot. And
I
I only get that
feel
like once a day.
Basically.
like on boss fights, I think you need to make like a sign in the middle of the screen for you to remind, because it always happens. Like you forget the.
I need to make
Yeah.
icons on the
Interaction.
token itself. Like looking at tokens and seeing stuff. I know you can stack a symbol. Like you can put like a red circle with like a number on top of it if you press it on the keyboard somehow. But it never works for me for some reason. I don't know why. But I tried it before, and like if I'm trying to do it like on Eric's token right now, red with like number 3 on it, it doesn't work. But there's a way to like indicate stacks, and if I can indicate like, oh, I have 3 legendary actions, I use this many, and this is how many I have remaining. Maybe I'll see. Or I just need practice. I just don't run a lot of bosses that have legendary actions. It's so rare I ran those encounters because I don't have a reason. It's rare, so I need to just practice more with bosses. This is my way of saying that going forward, every monster is gonna have legendary actions. That really should be a thing, though. Like, because action economy
should be
is
normalized.
fucked. You have the same encounter with like a party of 3 or a party of 5, and a party of 5 will most likely win because they have action economy. There should be like an ability for the monsters where like the more foes you face, the more you can react. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they should have more than one reaction, the monsters, sometimes.
There are monsters like that. There's Merilith, this comes to mind, where she has a reaction every turn. Every turn. That was a fun one. When you fight a Merilith, you have to like make her eat her reactions by making her parry all the time. So you have to like multi-attack her all the time to penetrate through her armor. Baldur's Gate has a thing called an unstoppable with certain enemies, where it's if this creature gets damaged, the damage gets reduced to 1. Meaning that it still shatters concentration, but it doesn't kill the creature outright. And that can get stacked, so you can have like 2 stacks of unstoppable. So the first 2 strikes against you only cause 1 damage.
Yeah,
everyone-
I ran into a bunch of enemies like that.
Yeah.
Everyone has played Baldur's Gate here.
No,
Yeah,
Nick did not get past like Act
1.
1.
Oh
yeah.
Fuck, Nick!
That's why I'm not
Why do you
spoiling
hate
much.
yourself, man?
It's just time. Same
Every
here.
time,
Yeah.
every time, like I just keep restarting the game because either I'm like I want to play something else, or that was before you could just start swapping everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you could just play something else now.
Yeah,
You can even change your looks
instantly
now. Like they put
Yeah,
a mirror
that's
on
good.
camp. My thing is just like don't play tabs. Like play in-story characters because that's where the story's at. Like having NPCs react to me and call me Karlak, and I went to Baldur's Gate and I saw my parents' grave. I saw my best friend. I reunited with people. Tav does not get that. It's just you're just some random nobody. It's weird.
Yeah.
Fuck, when you play Dorch, you're gonna love it.
Don't spoil anything. I literally know nothing about it. My friend spoiled one big thing about it, and I hate him for it. Like,
No, I fucking love it. Okay, I wanna play it again.
I don't think I'll feel good.
Shadowheart or Carnage.
You've seen the things I post in general chat. When I play and I talk to Shadowheart, and like he's like, you're the love of my life and all that shit. You're my purpose. I want a home with pets, with flowers, and you in it. After all that shit of bonding with those NPCs, everybody except Will and Allison, fuck them. Fuck him. Except those 2, everybody who I bonded with, and Lysel, fuck her. She's a cunt. Except those 3, I've bonded with NPCs, and I know the urge is like a murder hoe path, and if it forces me to like kill them, I'll be like, I don't know if I'll be able to play on.
They don't take your agency away, as a Dorch.
Yeah,
so
but
it's like,
my friend told me like in order to get one ending, you need to commit to the evil acts. And I also played the first 2 games, so I know what boss spawn are. Like boss spawn, you have to commit to your bloodlust to get the ultimate reward of Bald. So.
I know what you're talking now. I get.
I just played the first 2 games,
Okay.
so I know that. I think you played the second game as a boss spawn, or the first one. I don't remember. But yeah. Sorry, spoiler for a 25-year-old game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long period of time.
Okay, I think I have. If we do the one shot with Cyrok, I'm gonna go as a Duegar. Revenge for my kind.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I actually want to play
Can you-
yeah.
Tom, can you make it that I can click on my icon so I can test the macro there?
Your icon is one of the eye stalks of the creature. Is in the center of the screen right now.
But I'm really glad you made it, Nick. Like, when we got in the teleport, it will be a shame if you missed that part.
Yeah, because I've been waiting. We called a technician. Like, I was sitting on the phone for over an hour with Verizon the other day trying to be